Mine's
Or
Moria.
Orcus managed to find out from Hidden Stripe that that there's like some old people who are part of this like resistance thing. Maybe he go check it out. He lives in the mine, so it's pretty hard to get him out. Like if you were to like rescue him or something, it would be quite a tall order. The Cypher poked some water water weird thingies
With
and felt very
3
bad about it.
spears. I
Uh
felt moderately bad about it.
um
Not bad enough
and
to not do it again.
then but then got paid better than the rest of us, so you know
Yeah,
it
3
was
whole gold, man.
1 goal per step. I could do it all day.
and then for Team Kitchen, they
Team,
managed
team
they point
kitchen, bro.
they pointed us to this like super old like lady, who's also working in the kitchen washing rice, and then it seems like she's the head honcho basically of this like resistance thing, and she told us to meet her at some like super ulu shop, abandoned shop thing like at midnight.
Diamond
Uh,
shop.
so before we went to meet this old lady, we went back to the inn, and that was where that stupid guy
Clean,
guard
clean.
guardsman, yes. Um, he said, "Oh, I've been waiting here for the whole day for you." Like he doesn't know like how the fuck to use his time wisely because he's like an idiot. So he waited for us to come back, and then he said, "Okay, we have dinner tomorrow with like the triumvirate tomorrow evening. Okay." And that was it. Like literally couldn't like write a letter. That's fucking dumb. Anyway, so then we decided to go and meet the what's her face before deciding what we were going to do next. Because Cypher wants to fight a metal dragon. Um, but we want to also sneak into the palace. So and maybe go to like the ziggurat or whatever. So we're just trying to figure out what is the best plan. Found out from the old lady that she has an inside person in the palace, which is the girl, Zalia or something. Is that her name?
Yep.
So basically the slave that we kept on seeing, like every time we went to talk to the triumvirate, she's like part of like the resistance. So she can get us in, basically like sneak into the palace and go to the ziggurat, but she needs 3 days to make it happen. So yeah, so we have ended that conversation, and I guess trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. Like going back to no. We left the house, and then Kasklav saw this like illusion symbol thing, and then we went to knock on like the door, and then he said, "Oh, I can see like the symbol in the door," and then she asked for a password. And she was only wearing like a silver mask with like no features,
She was
and
only wearing a silver mask.
that's
Kaskar could see everything.
but no, he couldn't because as Vervan rightly pointed out, he didn't have the sight of the true, so he cannot see cannot see through
I
everything.
see.
so Cypher, from his many lives experience, that he said that basically this is a cult lah, so we should fuck off.
No, I said they are the worshippers of the Mist Shadow, and they are looking for a woman.
Huh? Oh, right.
We
Yeah,
knew
then
that
we
because
went
of the
to
spider.
yes. Then we went to like spy on like their ritual shit, and then they're trying to look for somebody, but she's not within 1,000 feet of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We
Ta-da.
pick up where we left off. The 5 of you are currently in the bazaar. Silya has just left her trance. You have concluded that the 4 people that you saw inside the house were casting the locate person spell, trying to find something. What they were trying to find, however, you do not know. So what would the 5 of you like to do now?
I would like to go in and ask them.
No,
Okay.
really? but literally, Cypher just said to like ignore them because they're cultists.
Cypher has been
No, I
asking you
said-
to do not
I-
do a lot of things.
I said they're cultists. I didn't say ignore them.
I mean, you said no, you shouldn't go and try again. Like literally, when we were discussing, should we knock on the door again and then try another password? You're like, no, let's not do that. Like, let's give them a wide berth because they're cultists.
Did I say that? No, I said
Yes.
get off to the side, out
So-
of earshot, so we can talk shit about them, about how they're worshipping the shadow, and then I didn't like expressly say that we should not go and try again.
Okay. Well,
But
So
like, if you are going to knock the door and try some dumb password, then I'd rather you don't. If you have a plan and you can follow through on it, then go for it.
So here's what I think. We have 4 more chances to get in. Each one of us just knock.
Shut up. Okay.
So
But
based
like,
on
be
what
all
we know,
ominous and be like, knock and be like, I hear you're looking for an individual.
no,
then-
I mean we know they're asking for a password. We just need to. We have 4 tries.
What if
Before
you
we get
just
knocked out.
what if you just straight up knock on the door and say, I know you're looking for an individual. I might be able to help. You know that kind of thing? Then they'll be like, oh shit, how do you know? You know? Then maybe they'll be like, ooh, this person has powers or something. Then they'll be like,
No, I feel like when they handed out the password, it was like part of the invite, right? Like, hey, fellow worshippers of the Mist Shadow, come here. We are looking for someone. Here's the password. So if you just go on there like, I know you're looking for someone, it's like, yeah, that's not a secret. You know what the secret is? The password, and you don't know it.
well, or you could walk around the bazaar and find a mask that is full of silver and just shout at the door and be like, sup bitch.
I mean, I don't want to be maligned into some
Impersonating.
kind of don't want to be like accused of inaction. So I'm just proposing that you could just kick the door down and subdue them and beat the information out of them.
Okay, wait. Before
He's in character.
before we metagame too much,
Yes.
I just want to confirm, right? We Tasgraph knows that he feels like he saw the symbol before, but Tasgraph didn't tell us that, right?
Only told Isuya.
No, I mean he said it looked familiar, which is why
Yeah.
he was drawn to it in the first place. That's why we
Okay.
went to go take a look. Yeah.
And we don't
But he
know that
doesn't know
he,
where, like why it's familiar. It's just
Yeah.
familiar.
and we don't know that he knows the password.
No, he doesn't know.
I
He tried,
don't
but
know
he
that
went
I
to
know
the
the
door.
password.
Yeah, DM says that he heard the password
Oh,
before.
that's our character knowledge.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
our
yeah.
character knowledge.
I'm just confirming that it's,
Tasglaf is really like confused. He's like, what the fuck?
No idea what the fuck's going on, man.
Okay.
that's very hard to, I don't know, guess what the password is in character.
Like it's Nelly one, okay? Just go and say Nelly one.
How do we know that? All we know is he might have seen the symbol before.
I know, yeah. It probably isn't now. But it's probably, I mean, if you've seen the symbol before, it's probably related to your family. Right?
What if-
Because like,
What if you are a worshipper of the Mist Shadow?
I
You just don't know it.
as in like your family was, but you didn't know.
This is very bad detective work, I feel.
All right, okay.
Why?
So my listen, I spent all day stabbing water elementals. So forgive me if my plan making ability is not up to scratch. But
So-
but if you want a plan, this is my plan. You knock on the door, and the lady on the mask will be like password, and you'll be like, I am the one you are looking for. Then you punch her really hard.
I feel like that would not resolve
That's what-
anything.
Can Elon turn into a silver mask?
She cannot.
Ooh.
Okay, maybe we could revisit this Mist Shadow people after we.
We'll keep my plan as the backup, alright? If you can't think of anything better, we go with that.
Okay.
Okay, but do you want to like do this today? Or do we want to go back to the inn and discuss like what exactly are we actually going to be doing for the next couple of days? Because this is probably going to throw us off course, like what we came out here to do. So do we want to
If
go
we
back?
get arrested, we would not have to go to the dinner.
We also probably can't discuss things in the inn, right? Don't they have it don't they have magic on us?
That's true. You're right. You are right.
But I believe we should probably focus on the triumvirate and how we're dealing with this before we introduce niche shadows to our problem.
Okay.
Well, you are the one that's familiar with the symbol.
It's
your call.
I have
Yeah,
no
you can
idea.
decide.
Like,
So my out of character working theory is that they're actually looking for Ethelwine.
No, but it wasn't a locate person, it was locate creature, right?
Creature is creature
person
can
or
also be a
creature.
person. Yeah.
technically, we are
Is it?
all creatures.
Yeah.
She's a person on the streets and a beast in the
Puppet.
sheets.
Oh my god. Why is the Ana Rieta so strong today? What is
I-
happening?
And drinking award-winning sake.
Oh.
And it's like
I
very
see.
little.
Speaking of which, I don't think it was mentioned during the recap, but did we talk about the faceless?
No, not much.
That was
Even though
just
it was mentioned.
what
by
the
the old
lady
woman,
said that
yeah.
it was under control.
Oh right, yes. Sorry, I didn't bring that up in the picture.
Yeah, sounds like a. I don't know whether it's linked. So convenient that they have a faceless mask.
It's not faceless, featureless.
Okay, featureless. But basically, it's just like a silver
Yeah.
Mask, yeah, it's just like
plate on their face.
Yeah.
mm. Google KO Valorant,
Yeah.
that's the fate.
Okay, boys
many
and
more.
girl, tell me what you would like to do.
I mean, I guess we should be discussing what we actually want to do. So maybe you like find a fire and like huddle around it. Because I don't think we want to discuss about this in the tavern. Because Castcraft is right. We are likely being listened to, or rather, there is the option to tap into our conversation there. We don't know if they are doing it or will So outside the inn would make the most sense.
I guess before we go, I'm gonna make a map of where this Mist Shadow people are. It's like opposite the ointment shop, right?
Easily done because it's very near the ointment shop.
Okay.
Anything else? Where are we hanging out? Nearby here or far away from here?
I think we can probably find somewhere nearby, just sit and talk, because we can't really discuss our plan in the inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of
Okay.
which,
I would like to point out that we're all gonna remove our collars.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
Wait, we're still wearing them?
Not anymore.
Isuya, can you send a message to Mellow's tribe to tell her that we found hidden? You can, right?
No, I have to send her a message. Sending is not like a message,
Yeah,
so it's
a
a
sending.
spell. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Is it two-way?
Yes.
It is two ways.
Maybe
can
maybe
reply.
she has information about Acosta.
Okay, so you want me to tell her, hey, we've managed to locate your husband. He mentioned, the reason why he was captured was because you were housing
A
this
wanted person apparently.
creepy looking bald guy. Do you have any like more information where he could be? The kind of thing? Is that what you want her to? What do you want? How do you want her to respond? What leading question would you like me to
What
include?
she knows about him, I guess. Anything that she can, any information she can give us about him.
Okay.
Also reassure her that we'll try and get him out.
Okay, you drop the thing.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm drafting. Yeah.
And then the rest of you can discuss what you would like to do. Okay, so you have 3 days. Tomorrow is 1 day, but tomorrow you have the dinner. Then you have 2 free days after. So you can decide what you would like to do.
I have no idea.
Please choose wisely.
What can we do that will not, affect the balance of things right now?
You do a lot of things.
Fighting Metal Dragon is obviously will not work.
Rob the place for loot.
Steal the Scroll of Wish.
You do
Can't
whatever
cast
you want,
it.
man.
We can, I don't know, sell the below capes for profit.
What?
You don't need
What?
3 days to sell below capes, so.
Find out what Lynn's secret is about.
Oh, that one
Probably
is.
lame, honestly.
Maybe it's 200 plus gold. Sold for 200 plus gold. Maybe Flynn is the faceless,
No way. No way.
hidden under our nose all along, hiding in plain sight.
Take over a whole city just to give himself a job at that same city. That's why he can afford to like wait around all day for us, because he doesn't actually have to work.
Exactly, nobody suspects him. Perfect cover.
Damn dude. I mean, at some point, maybe after the
You
meeting.
think about it, he has been involved in every single interaction since we came to Valhalla.
You're
Could
right.
arrange for him to have an accident.
Maybe you could try looking into him and like.
Like following him.
We could do that. We could find out more about his secret.
Yeah, count me
That's
out of
cool.
that party, man. I'm not able to sneak around.
I have means.
Yeah, maybe like 2 people on him would be good.
There's also that temple up north, right? The one that
Yeah.
people have died trying to make the trek.
It's not just the temple, right? There's like a entire mountain system apparently.
Dude, I was gonna suggest we could make a little trip there, but it does sound a little dangerous if what the old lady says is true. Do you think our dragon friend knows anything? No. Oh wait. Couldn't we ask him to keep a lookout for Acosta if he passes by?
Oh shit.
Dragon
But
is not in Forbidden Forest.
But like that whatever area, like do they
That
need to
is-
pass by it to hit?
No.
Oh my god.
Let me show you the map in case you get confused.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we had a very clear impression of where we came from.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So,
Wait, where's the...
you Everesca is here, right?
Yes. Forgotten Forest.
It's there. So you can literally run through. You don't even have to go through. Cause you remember you went through the gates to the
Oh,
valley
yeah.
to Everesca.
Ah, right.
So we could go from like where the Cove wood if we wanted to.
Yeah. There's a number of ways.
Walao. Make our dragon do like fly by the corner.
High ice.
It's fucking a Costa, dude.
I will send a message to Melo. I'll say, Mellow, we have located Hidden. He was taken because of the ball guy you housed. Do you have any information about him? Reply in 25 words.
Bald guy you housed. Okay. That's
I mean,
it. Bald
it's
guy you housed.
24. I can add creepy.
Wow. That's just rude.
Going to make a history check with Melo on.
Creepy
Mellow,
ball
mellow,
guy.
mellow, 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 mellow.
Oh, she wrote very well.
She remembers
Yeah, the
everything.
bald guy.
Fucking
Okay.
ball.
Remember
Creepy ball guy.
every ball
How many
guy
words
that
do I
came
get?
through.
25?
25.
Okay, I need time to draft. Give me a second. You all can continue the discussion.
Well,
What?
I mean, Cypher doesn't want to tail Flynn, right? Because he
No, I
feels.
can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a liability.
Do you want to go and talk to the secret seller to see whether you can convince him to give you
Of
more
what?
information of who bought Flynn's secret for 20 plus gold, 200 plus gold?
We didn't
I
get any
mean-
info, right?
We didn't.
Oh, I don't know, man.
All he could share was someone bought it for 200 plus gold. I have to pay him to know who is it.
I don't know. I feel like I tried that session. I tried quite hard, like two rolls or something. He's quite a shrewd businessman.
What?
I
You
don't
didn't even
think
talk to
we
him?
I think I did.
No, right? Only Kazglove and myself talked to him. And
No,
I know
Cypher
Kazglove's
was in there,
secret.
what?
Yeah, I was there.
Cypher was in there.
Quite sure we can't.
So we only went in one by one to sell our secret.
Yeah. Are you
No, not everybody went in.
You
I
confusing
thought it
it
was
with
just catch up on
the
myself.
fatty, the fatty with the wish scroll.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I am
Oh.
confusing.
Right.
You can reply. Oh, thank goodness. How is he? The man left with his young daughter. I saw her pick him up near the edge of Muha before they left.
She saw him pick her up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, daughter one. Oh my god, it's battle wine.
The thought
The
thickens.
wine.
Okay.
The wine's leading.
I only have one more spell sending.
You wanna ask him? I thought the family was all under triumvirate control or custody. Should we, ask more about this suspicious
No,
daughter?
it's not his daughter. It's Ethelwine.
Just looks like his daughter cause she's a small girl.
So we should be
Oh my
asking,
God.
did the daughter have blonde hair and wear a green cloak?
Do we know that she was wearing a green cloak?
That's how she was described by the
Zunea.
the pottery
Zunea.
lady. Yeah.
Yeah, Zunea. Yes.
Oh.
Both.
Oh, why would she give him a plan to drive him away and pick him up?
Oh my god. Okay, wait. He picked her up at the edge of.
She picked him up.
She picked him up. Okay.
Do you even think maybe Ethelwine and the Triumvirate they're not working together?
That's what we.
I don't think they're
Thought-
working together.
So they don't know the existence of Ethelwine, maybe. It could
Maybe what Ethelwine is doing goes directly against what this faceless person is doing. So there are like two things that are being battled out, right? Like she has an agenda against something. We don't know what that something is, but she's putting things in motion to disrupt something. This something could be what the faceless Lola is driving. So she's trying to like fuck shit up, right?
maybe.
I mean, seems like that is the case.
Flynn didn't react to
To
The
Ethelwine.
to the
yeah.
pot that we retrieved from the mansion. I mean, if they are working together,
No
he would
lah,
have removed
I
that
think
evidence,
Flynn
right?
is just like a foot soldier, he's just like a
I mean,
It's not
yeah, but
important.
what I'm saying is they didn't deem it important enough to remove from the scene, so
Yeah.
yeah, they weren't trying to hide that fact.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I need to think of a reply.
You have one more spell slot, right? For
Yeah, he's
this. Okay.
he's captive but surviving. I don't want to make
I mean,
it
he's
be
more
like, oh my
than
god,
he's well, right?
It's okay.
I don't want to say he's well, because he's not. I mean,
I mean,
he
the
has to
format
sleep
doesn't
on the
treat
floor of the mine, like he has nothing,
yeah,
basically.
the
So
format
I don't
doesn't treat
think
him like a human, but
like a
he's not
human being.
he's
Yeah,
not dying.
yeah. So I'll say he's captive but surviving. Um. Okay, but we need to ask. We need to ask about her. So what do we want to ask? Um.
I mean, what she looks like, I guess.
So I can say, can you describe the daughter? Do we want to say, can you describe a daughter so that she gives an unbiased report, or do we want to say, did she have this? Do you know what I mean?
I guess asking her to describe is best.
Okay.
That's tough. I kind of want to know why she thinks it's the daughter also. Is it she's just assuming that because the girl
It's a
looks
child.
younger? Yeah, is it because the girl just looks younger, then she just assumed?
Oh. Okay, how do you know it's his daughter? Did he mention that it's his daughter? Did he mention that he mentioned that his daughter was picking him up? Can you describe her?
Do all of that in 25 words, huh? Making life real difficult for the DM.
18. I still have 7. Scattered surrounding which daughter picking up. Can you describe? Do we want to say, did he mention if his daughter was picking up? I think that is kind of like
Who
irrelevant, right?
cares?
Like, who cares, right? Okay. Scratch that. Can you describe her? Let me see. What do I have about her? Was she wearing a green cloak?
She's elven, right?
Could be the cloak, like has hood.
That-
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, wait, did
she might not
Zunia
be able
say
to
she's
tell.
elven?
Yes, she
Yeah.
looks to be a son of.
Right, so either she was really disguised or, you can't really tell the features.
Yeah.
Or Acosta is an elf also, but he isn't, right?
Of course, human.
He's not. He's human. Yeah.
So it's likely that if it's really 801, she's disguised or...
There could be a possibility. Yeah. But I feel like she's the kind of person that doesn't feel like she needs to disguise herself. Do you know
Yeah,
what
I mean, she literally
it's like I can fuck shit up
approached
or
us
whatever.
first.
Like, yeah.
DM wouldn't pull a Jalaxo twice in a row. It's fine. She's
I
not
mean,
disguised.
who knows? Okay. Okay, so that's all we want to know is what she can describe about her. I'm going to say, was she wearing a green cloak? Because I just want to see. And that's it lah. Because that's all we know about the line anyway, right? That she's a young elf dressed in a green cloak. That's it. That's all we know.
Did she leave us a message?
Oh my god, no. Okay,
Imagine if she did.
wearing a green cloak. I said, hidden is captive, is working in the mines.
Could we give her a bit of hope? Like,
Yeah.
at least he's alive or something.
Yeah, he's working
Yeah.
in the mines
He's healthy.
and surviving. We will do our best to help him. Can I say that? Can, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so my answer is, can you describe her? Was she wearing a green cloak? Hidden's working in the mines and surviving. We will do our best to help you.
That's it.
That's all I have.
Yeah, I will need to reply. Give me some time.
Okay.
Y'all, please. Y'all
Okay.
haven't figured out what the fuck y'all gonna do yet.
Now that we know that some like bitch picked out, are we for like? Do we want to? We can't, right? We can't leave the city knowing that we are going to meet the Triumvirate for dinner tomorrow. That would be in bad taste, wouldn't it?
Yep. I was actually joking. We go back to Muha to talk about what we wanna do. That was what made me think about Mellow Stripe.
Or we could
But-
say like, oh, you know, something like we got a really hot lead and we had to chase it, so we need to leave like now, and then we just like fuck off like from the city for.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
I don't think we can do that
2,
though.
3, 4.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, we can, but I don't think we should.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, so while we process the information,
Okay, wait. Maybe we review the options first. We can find out more about Tlin. We can find out more about what's beyond the North Gate. We can find out about the Mist Shadow worshippers.
25
we do?
only, Fuck.
And what they're looking for.
I know.
Yeah, who they're looking for.
Why do you think Laura
Then the questions
always fail her messages?
again. Questions again.
Can you describe her? Was she wearing a green cloak? Those are
Okay.
the two questions.
The reply. Thank you for this. She wore a green cloak and a bow and quiver. I did not see her face, but she had blonde hair.
Ayo. It's fucking
Okay,
battle
okay.
wine.
Thank you for this, you wasted.
Hey, I mean, we also it's it's
Okay.
wait. So that ties into the musical, right? That we saw in Everesca about like the changing season.
Yeah,
shit
well,
thing, right?
So the Oracle. The Oracle's vision.
Yes, your specifically your vision, right? That the Oracle did.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god. She's gonna kill us.
Bow made of polished wood seems to have a galaxy in the shadow. So that is Atomine. 4 arrows which control the seasons. Storm ice. Red flower had red beam became a fireball.
Hell yeah.
Version. Okay.
One of us is gonna die from a ray of green energy.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, I just said the green energy hits one of your friends. I didn't say anyway you die. Don't twist my words.
Saw the black flower, green beam, and hit someone.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why I put.
But
Basically, avocado cadabra. Okay, like you can all assume
what?
it's that one.
She shot a blue arrow.
Yes, and a storm of ice followed.
So what's
So all of
our-
us in the grove moving in a strange manner. So this grove could be in the Forgotten Forest. Maybe there's a grove there or some shit. That would make the most sense, right? Because groves are in forests. Moving in the strange manner probably means like time is slowed or something. Like we're moving in slow-mo.
could be she animates the plant, right? Or whatever. But whatever,
yeah.
like that's fine. Oh,
I don't know why it said yellow, black, pink, white, red. Is it the flowers?
the
like
different
the
kind of
flowers were different
flowers.
colors. Okay.
Yes.
And there were 6,
Different
is it?
flowers. Yep.
Okay. So black flower is green
we
bean,
should
flower is
probably
fire.
focus on now.
Okay.
So
I
yeah.
think that the North Gate makes the most sense. Like I would, out of the 3 options that you listed, like I would go for the North Gate.
How far? Because we only have like technically less than a day now.
Mm. And also we need to discuss what exactly are we going to share with the Triumvirate tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like we need to like be aligned, you know what I mean? Like with our stories.
Should we just,
Oh yes, I forgot to say. Once we hit the dinner portion for today's session, there will be no more out of character discussion.
Sheesh.
That means whatever you say that's it. There's no more like, oh, Sandy cannot say this. No.
Okay, wait. You mean just
Yeah,
for the
I
dinner,
mean-
right?
I like
Huh?
how you said,
Yeah, for the
I like
dinner.
how Sandy is
This-
the example.
It will be the exact way we played the Curse of Strahd one. No out of character
Oh my
discussion.
god.
Avoid the dinner.
Well,
Guys, avoid the dinner.
My asshole.
Okay.
Why don't you just comment on the food?
Guys,
Vervin, you
what-
just comment
no,
on the
no,
food.
no. We'll go into the northern area and then we'll get lost there
And
for a
then not
week.
come out.
Yeah, we'll get lost there for a week and then we'll come back and we said that we got rid of whatever troubles that was there.
and,
And they were like, oh yeah, that's fine.
and then the whole of Everesca's actually wiped off the
What
map.
trouble?
It's okay. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Evraska didn't need us.
Oh my
Okay, so
God.
what do we tell the triumvirate? Or what don't we say?
Well, we don't say.
We don't say that we're planning to overthrow
Yeah,
them.
we don't say that we're planning to overthrow
Obviously
them.
lah. I mean,
We don't
We-
say
Right.
that. We
We
don't
know you're being
question.
controlled.
Yeah, we don't question their ways. Yes, we don't question their ways.
let's
don't-
make
we don't
also
ask
a
them
note to
about-
observe whether they eat.
Oh,
We don't
okay.
ask them about
what is that
Acosta.
thing, let's
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
things,
I
They
actually
are-
want to.
things to observe.
Sure, their
Do they
liquid
eat
diet is
or
not our
drink?
concern. I mean, we know they are still alive. They just don't like to chill anymore. That's okay.
Wait, did the old lady say like they no longer sleep? Is
Not
that what
sleep well.
they don't sleep? Oh.
Okay, yeah, we don't mention faceless, but I want to actually tell them that we know you, I guess, found Acosta,
We could
and
mention like we heard that Acosta was heading to the Forgotten Forest.
maybe we won't say
Oh.
that.
Oh, hold on. They probably know that we left the city, right? So, or we can assume that they have the records that we left the city,
Probably.
or we at least need to explain our absence. So I think we can say as the excuse that we were out tracking him and we know that he went like towards the Forgotten Forest, just that we got attacked by the bullet and all that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, maybe we just say we don't even mention. They know that we are supposed to go to the Oasis. She gave us 2 tasks, right?
Yeah.
One is to find Acosta. One is to deal with the
The Oasis.
river shelter.
Yeah.
Man, you're muted.
Maybe you don't have to say anything about the river shelter, like
I
Yeah.
mean,
Like
but-
you know.
that's one of the tasks. We can just say we were on our way to the Oasis, but we got ambushed by the.
No, I think it's easier to just
A
be
sand-
like, we haven't
sandwich.
looked into the Oasis stuff.
Yeah. Like we haven't had time to go there yet. Like what we are doing at the moment is Acosta shit.
Yeah, and if they sense like there's some untruth there, or they feel like we are not convincing in terms of the time taken, we can also be honest that we are also here to pursue our own agenda, and people are hunting us, we are hunting people, so that's a bit of sidetrack. But then with regards to the task that you provided to us, this is the progress lah. We know that he's gotten to the Forgotten Forest.
We need to say that he's going to the Forgotten Forest. I feel like just telling her that we know that you
That
chased after him and
we know
all-
that he left. He's not in the city, which is why we left to track his movement.
I'm a bit wary of saying that because what if they ask where we got this information from?
Yeah, that's what we need to discuss.
And I don't want to say it's from Hidden Stripe because that means we were in the
Shit.
Labour District.
Yeah, it's not. We definitely don't say that.
No,
We
we
can
could
just
just
say that, like,
say it's
met travelers.
privilege information. They don't want to be named. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna fly the travel.
A combination
what are
of
you gonna do, huh?
magical, a combination of magical and traditional investigative means. That's all. That's all we'll say. And
We want to say that we know that they sent guards after him and then they were all massacred.
I don't know, like
Were they all massacred?
I mean they
Yes,
were. Yeah,
Presumably by Ethelwine.
they got extremely fucked.
Oh,
How did we
Okay.
find that out?
yeah. How? where
From
did
the old
we-
lady
The old lady told us.
who
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah,
didn't
she
get
had
the name.
spies, yeah.
Okay, so she said that they went after him.
But we shouldn't mention that, or cause that's information that we shouldn't know.
Yeah, But I
No,
just wanna-
okay. Listen, if you
to
ever get like
make
cornered
clear-
in conversation, there's like here are some choice lines to use. Okay, first one I say that like
I'd like
okay,
to speak
this
to your
is
manager.
no, not that. They are in charge of the city, but yeah. So first one is like just say it's a combination of magical and investigative means, which really is a non-answer, doesn't answer anything. Another thing you can say is like okay, it's tricks of the trade. If we tell you everything, you are devaluing our services, and then you have no reason to engage us, which is fair. They understand business, right? And the third thing you can say is that okay, at this point in the investigation, if we tell you, it'll jeopardize the plan. So you just have to respect our decision to
Oh yeah,
protect our
just
forces.
just be firm with them. Like, oh, you asked us for a report, we're giving to you, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So the
That's
three
just
things
all.
is like a non-answer. The second one is like we don't want to tell you, and the third one is if we tell you, we will jeopardize this whole operation. So we can't tell you now. And I think like they should not press anymore lah.
Fair enough.
What if
So-
they do? What is our backup
I mean,
plan?
we have to be firm. Like this is ultimately a business transaction. Like they wouldn't agree to send us soldiers for free, so we cannot just if we tell you our sources, then you go and you don't need us already, right? That's not a business transaction at all.
Okay, so
Ah,
that
okay,
means
okay.
we can mention the guards that got massacred.
Well, I
We
think we
shouldn't.
don't have to, but I don't think it's like considered privileged info. If they really want to, if they really push us, then we'll say that we know lah. But I don't think
No,
like
but
in our initial report we don't have to say it.
The fact that we know is something that will alarm them. It doesn't matter like if they don't know where we got the information from. The fact that we have the information means that they know there's a source out there, which depends how much we care about the people in Valha. But like, if we
No, but it could
let
just be like magical means or animal familiars that things like that are possible.
no, they're gonna say, oh,
mean-
there's a fucking spy, and then they're gonna look harder. They're not gonna. Then first thought is not gonna be there's a goddamn talking vulture. They're gonna be there's someone in Valhalla that knows, and then they'll double down if they want to root it out.
But if they've been keeping everything under wraps,
As far as they know,
and we tell them that we know that you know that Costa is on his way to the Forgotten Forest, that can only mean a few things, right? It means that who are the people that they think know? So far, it's only hidden.
Alright, no, I'm not saying that we go out with that knowledge. I'm saying that if it really comes down to like we need an explanation on how we know certain things, just literally tell them that a bird told me.
yeah, precisely. But we don't say anything like
That we don't have to, yeah.
Precisely, we just say like, oh,
You say
we,
don't say anything means we don't mention about Forgotten Forest.
Yeah,
We don't mention about guards being massacred. We just say
we know that Acosta
on
is
good,
not
like,
Valhalla.
based on our on our sources, Acosta is no longer in the city, which is why we went out. To
No,
track
don't even
his
say
movement.
sources, just say based on our investigation.
Okay,
Because-
let's
Yeah.
roleplay. Then I ask you. You say he's not in the city. Then where is he now?
That's what
He
we're
is
trying to find out.
He is somewhere out there.
If you let
That
us speak
feels
to
like
the
a-
family, yeah.
This feels like you guys are shitty investigators. I also know he's not in the city. That's why I asked you to find him, right?
Exactly.
True.
That's why I said I think that we know he left with in that direction of the Forgotten Forest. I think that's like key information. We should at least throw them a bone and let them know that much. Then I feel like we should mention he left with a girl. I think then we judge their reaction.
Also, if you're not, if we are not keen on maintaining relationships or being friendly all the way, why not just call them out on the fact that they knew where he is and decided to keep that information from us? Maybe we can.
But then the
Be
inverse
interesting.
would then be questioning, how do you know that we were keeping this from you? Who told you? Right? Which is what we want to avoid. So if we
tell them-
go in like hostile and be like, hey, like how come this information was not shared with us at the beginning? We did ask you many times, like, do you have any other information you can
No,
give
but
us?
then
Blah, blah,
yeah, exactly, and their attitude is like if you're so good, you go figure it out, right?
yeah, exactly, right? So then
We figure it out.
Yeah, so there's no point trying to like call them out on here. We're not in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
position yet.
Yeah.
But I think it's that we don't really care if anyone knows we are hunting Beatle Wine, or if anyone knows that Beatle Wine is hunting us, right? Our relationship with her is pretty much open hostility at this point. We are like playing with each other. She's called us out on it. We've called her out. We've made our presence known. So I think it's like very safe to say that we know that he has left with this young girl. And then on a separate note, we don't have to say that she is Beatle Wine. On a separate note,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we know that a certain person of interest that has been in the city is Beatle Wine. And if you think you want to speed this investigation up, you can provide us receipts or access to whoever this person might be, anything we can frame it in such a way where we think that she's responsible for the disappearance. All signs point to that, and in reality we are pursuing our own agenda, which is against the masked elves. It's like two birds with one stone, which is why I think we should go with we know he's left to the forest, and what you don't know is that he's having help, and the help has a name, the help has a appearance. We don't care about burning that bridge, right? Yeah.
Okay. Let me paint the story. Okay, remind me, why did we go and investigate that house where we found the pot? It was his house.
Yes.
It was
We
his
were
house,
asked to,
right?
right?
So that was our first step in our investigation. We went to his house, discovered this pot.
We tracked
Correct.
this character.
Yeah, and then this pot, was we went to find the source of the craftsman, right? She mentioned about this girl, which is true, right?
Yes, which
Who
yeah.
was seen with this accosted person.
Yes, that's a good story.
Then
Yeah.
went further, blah blah blah. Trying to discover who this girl
That's a
is.
good story.
He has left the city. Therefore, we also left the city to try to track down that movement.
Yeah, that's a great story. And it also kind of identifies a gap in their investigation. Because if they went around asking for Acosta, maybe nobody knew Acosta, nobody saw Acosta, but we are asking for a young elven girl with blonde hair, which is a
Who
striking green
sticks
cloak.
out, yeah, very, very much so. Okay.
And who
Fair
goes
enough.
around throwing money, she's like not exactly a
Like-
rich person in a place like that with no collar sticks out a lot.
Yeah, she's not
So-
flying under the radar. Okay.
Okay, so the story is we were tracking Ito Wine and we found out that
No. We went to the
Investigate
necromancer's
Acosta, yeah.
house to find out,
Yeah.
okay, what happened to him? What is the latest state of his house? How was it left? In doing so, we found the pot. From the pot,
Yeah,
we
which
went
led
to
us to Ito Wine,
the
right?
potter, whatever name. Yeah, which tied us to this girl who commissioned this pot to be given to Acosta. So there's obviously a relationship there. And then we can maybe tell like a white lie say that, it seemed that she was, and then talking through the bazaar or whatever, like getting magical intuition, blah blah blah, like she was also has been seen with him before. So we would assume that connection, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
while we
can-
were tracking her out of the city, then we
yeah, we can simply say that because we know they're related,
yeah
we were just following her
track
traces
her
and then we
to
found out
her-
that
to
she met
get
Acosta
to
lah
yeah
Yeah.
on the way out.
yeah.
Again,
No,
we
but
lose
we see,
nothing.
okay, we
Yeah.
cannot say that we saw her with Acosta.
I didn't say we saw her.
We
We
didn't
just found
also,
out.
but yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't. Yeah, as in, like, we cannot say that they were seen in, okay, maybe you could say they were seen in the city because it's been a while, right?
Yeah,
Like she
it's quite
commissioned it
safe,
a
yeah.
while ago,
Yeah.
so it makes sense that.
Do we
that
need to
could
say that?
have
We just
happened.
say they were seen in. We found out they were seen in Muha on the way out.
But we can't say that because we were in Muha after the
I
Triumvirate
didn't say.
guards.
I didn't say we saw them. I said we found
Word
out.
on the street.
We were asking around. Then someone saw, this blonde-haired
Yeah.
girl with
With a
an
figure,
old man. Yeah.
which,
Uh-huh.
A
obviously initially you don't
Okay.
tag that as a
Yeah.
Acosta, but then
okay.
now when we know that they have a person of interest,
Relationship,
then
okay,
it
okay.
makes sense, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to make it known that this is a long time enemy of ours, or do we want to act like this is the first time we've heard of Edelwine?
I think let it be and then see their reaction
They don't need to know,
before
right?
we
Yeah, they don't need to know.
expound on it. Yeah, and it
I
also
think as
depends.
far as they know, we have no hidden agenda. We are here as literally to get the army.
Yeah.
So that it's fine not to mention that we are tracking mass elves or that.
Yeah, exactly. That they don't need
And then
to
I
do
think
anything.
if they want to like, oh, is that all, that kind of thing, we can also like throw the mist whispers under the bus, like we say that, you know, there's cultist activity here.
But you said they're not cultists.
Sorry, worshippers
Worshippers of a
Of
mist
the-
of a
of
fringe
the
faith.
Shadow.
Later is Casglass like distant family. It's like his family crest, he don't know.
Confirm
Oh,
is something
man.
family
let's not-
related.
That'll be
let's
so
not-
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
sad.
Let's
Let's
not do
not.
that. Let's not do that.
Let's
I
just
mean,
say
okay,
that we
wait.
were.
How long have we been away from the city at this point?
How long have
Yeah.
we started this assignment? Sorry.
Yeah.
Been solid. At least 8 days.
Okay, that's not a lot of time. We'll just say that we got banged up by the bullets, took 2 days to recover. That's reasonable.
Come back. Oh,
We have like trophies, right, from the bullet and the sandcrackler.
I don't know whether we gave it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what we gave to like the voodoo witch.
I think I
But
took
yeah.
like once like a plate.
One, you
Oh.
have a spine of a sacred.
Yeah. Pork.
We can also put in a strong word about the guards at the North Gate, giving us restricting our investigations.
At the ziggurat.
Yeah.
But they did mention that that was also out of bounds.
Oh,
to
did
us.
they? Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did. Because we did ask about it, if I remember
Then I will
correctly.
commend those guards for defending following their orders very strictly, despite continuous pressure. Very commendable.
Okay, let's go with that. Okay.
If they ask about the Oasis, we just say we
We
haven't
don't.
had time
Yeah,
to.
we haven't had time to.
that.
Yeah, just sorry, like we haven't had.
Do we have
the
any
time.
trace of
no.
Oasis
No,
on
no,
us?
we can assure them that there is no insurgent operating in the city. That whatever rebel forces are clearly out of the city, we just wanted to clean this area to make sure that there's nothing going on here. Then we go and attack them.
I have
Oh,
sandgrass
you're
on me.
smoke master, dude. Yeah. Oh, you have the grass on you. Should
I
we
sand
keep
grass.
that in the bag or something, so that
Yeah,
just in case they spot it?
you can toss it in the bag.
Paladin with expertise
Sure.
in deception.
Yeah.
I pass this to you the
Okay,
sandgrass.
I'll put it.
Yeah. Make sure you keep all the traces of
Okay.
Oasis out of
Now,
this.
what is our next plan? If they
North?
ask?
Let's hit north.
No. This is the PR story. What they're gonna ask us? They're gonna ask us like, okay, so you know he's headed there. It's freaking far away. If you go out there, you might not come back in time for anything important. What's our next plan?
Well, we're not trying to get anything out of the dinner, right? We're just trying to avoid any conflict with the triumvirate.
Yeah, but they still need to ask us like, what's a timeline? What's a reasonable time that we can complete our task?
Do they even need anything from us?
Yeah, they need their freaking necromancer back, dude.
Ooh.
Well,
Did
we
they
can,
repair that
But
thing?
when we leave and come back, right, we might not even come back as emissaries. Like we might come back as
Warlords.
yeah, like
river
you know.
shelter.
Yeah, we might come back as river shelter. You get what I mean? I'm assuming something like that might happen. Potentially. So I
Well,
think
at
with
this
the key
point,
is to
right?
just get out of the city in one piece.
Mm,
No, but they are going to
Let's just
expect.
tell them whatever they want to hear. Oh, we'll fucking go.
Can, no problem. We'll get on it.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
go. We'll go find the
Yes,
coaster. We'll
Us
go do the
Singaporean,
Oasis. In the
If you
next.
if you haven't heard of us in a week, we are dead.
Yeah.
Let me just leave.
You have a stack of scrolls of sending. We can give you regular updates, but that will be like on the house.
Then we take the soul cross to Sandy and never use them.
Use
I
them.
thought they-
Use
only-
them, just not do that.
Oh, wait, I thought the sending only goes to Verona. No,
I don't know.
Oh.
The
Wait,
emergency
oh,
scrolls.
yeah.
No, it's just general scrolls.
Is it?
Yeah, it's true.
Who has it? I have it?
Yeah,
I guess so.
just ordinary scrolls of it.
Oops, I didn't record that down. Cause like this is how much I
Okay,
give
no,
a shit
so-
about.
No, so we have our progress update. covered.
Okay. Yep.
But what are we gonna do next?
Like,
in
what are we
the
gonna tell
during
them?
the dinner.
What are we gonna tell them?
You
Yeah.
just tell them, oh, well,
Hey, small talk lah.
if you want us
If
to,
you want, we can go and chase after Acosta.
But
I
if
guess.
you-
We're headed back that way anyway or something.
yeah, but it's going to take a while because it's a far
far.
journey.
Our journey. Yeah.
Maybe we can remotely close the deal, like we turn in the quest from there.
Unless they have like a portal or two lying around that can
I
bring us
also don't
to.
No, but we don't actually want to leave, right? Because when we go there, it'll be hard to come back anyway. Do we want
I
to
guess.
ask them about the ruins that we stumbled upon when we were attacked by the bullet? We look for shelter.
Then
No, they
right,
have
if you
guards
say
there.
then they can very easily find out from the guards like did
Yeah.
you see like any of these people, and then they will say no.
Because we're
Exactly.
that good, man.
Yeah,
It's
with the
true
bullets,
though,
like
We're
the
hiding
bullets are
from
like
bullets, yeah.
all roll net 20s on stealth checks, right?
Yeah.
A fight happening under the guard's nose.
But we can just say like we didn't approach, but we noticed guarded ruins.
I don't think
Yeah.
they mentioned
Then
that.
we would. Yeah, I don't think we should. We will
But
have
we-
asked for help.
Only they would know what the hell is the significance of that place.
Yeah, and they're not gonna
Yeah.
fucking tell us. If it's anything remotely important, they're not gonna tell us. And if it's not important, then we just cast suspicion and a hole in our story.
True, true.
I agree.
Okay, so then let's just decide what we're gonna tell them our plan is. Like we go storm the river shelter next week or something.
Yeah, like plus minus 3-4 days, you know.
Sure.
Say we've
Yeah.
heard many stories about the river shelter. They sound like a very dangerous bunch. Give us some time to prepare.
No lah, don't ham it up so much lah. I think yeah. But I like the idea that we have to prepare, you know, some plans in the city. And also Everescan diplomat work, you know, remote work is a pain.
Okay, we done? Cool. You return to the inn for your rest after your discussion.
Okay, we get a quick recap. Number one, don't talk about the Oasis at all. Number
Good.
two, number one is Acosta shit. Went to his house, saw the pot, went to the lady in the bazaar, found out about the ether wine through the lady, and then made the connection between that blonde girl to Acosta, decided to track the lady's movement in hopes that she'll be able to bring us to Acosta. That's why we left the city. Then we got attacked by Bulwark, Sandcracker, Parola shit, and had to come back to the city to recoup, gather our sources, as in resources, and before we make headway again. That is our story, correct? Yes. All good, yeah. Okay.
Right? And then as far as we'll go, we'll say we use a combination of traditional and magical means. We don't want to say more because number one, devalues us. Number two, jeopardizes the whole operation while it's still underway. It's done, we're done.
You return to the inn. Anything else you would like to do before your rest?
Yeah, I guess Isilya needs to long rest, right?
Yeah, I do.
This is the affluent part of town, right?
Yes.
I would like
in
to
the heart.
busk at the inn.
With nobody.
But there's nobody. It's
Oh, there's
just
no one?
us.
No.
Performance for
You can pass for us.
yeah, performance for the act itself, not for any desire of coin.
Sure. Make me a performance check.
What are you playing?
My loot that costs so much money. Holy.
Holy.
No, it's a liar. It's not loot. It's a liar. I have proficiency in musical instrument, so can I get performance plus 2 plus 3?
Yeah, plus
Performance plus 3.
plus your what? Yeah. So it's 17.
It's
Wait,
already plus.
Isn't that
No,
plus?
plus. No,
Yes.
this is not plus yet. So
Not plus
What?
yet, right?
How is it not
Plus
plus? You wrote 11
is-
plus.
plus char.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
11 plus char plus
I
proficiency.
see, I see.
It is a riveting performance.
Right.
As Cyprid sits on an empty stage. After the performance, the innkeeper does give you a short applause from the bar.
I don't acknowledge the innkeeper, but I melodramatically wipe a single tear.
He
Then I
he
give
comes
a nod.
over, hands you a mug of ale on the house.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful performance.
Thank you, but I do not partake in the drink. That is very kind.
I'll snatch it from him. Take
My
a swig.
party member will enjoy this on my behalf. I can come by again tomorrow night if you like. After
Aren't
all,
you
I
staying
stay
here?
here. That is correct. That's exactly why I can come by again.
Sure. I mean, please make use of the stage. It's very underutilized, honestly.
Right. I give him a nod and pack my things.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything fun now, or are we all cool with just resting?
I'll ask the keeper. So just a quick question, because how often do you actually get people staying at, here? Understandably
Usually, well, if they're not put up with the noble families, normally if noble families invite their visitors, they are put up with them. These usually are reserved for the foreign dignitaries.
Hey, that's us.
So not many people, honestly.
Okay, so before us, what was the last visitor before we came by? How long ago was that? Is it like very long stretches of periods where
It's
you
been a while, yes. And then he kind of pulls out a book. He's like, yeah, quite a long time ago.
like couple weeks or months
We're
or
talking years.
years? Oh wow! So really no one gets to stay here, but they do visit to have food and drink, but not to stay.
Foreign emissaries from. Don't really remember what the city was called. Yeah, but very handsome fella and his wives.
Wow.
Wives.
God. It's Mahadi.
But I mean, even though they don't stay, do you get patrons who just come and sit here to drink?
Yes, the nobles
have
come around
food.
sometimes. Yes, of course.
Mm.
But I
And
mean,
and
usually, sometimes, when they get sick of their own personal chefs, which is not very often. You have to understand that this inn is primarily upkept by the triumvirate. All of our expenses and costs are borne by the crown.
Okay.
So you technically have no pressure to turn a profit here.
Zero pressure.
Oh, that must be good for you.
I mean, I'm probably the only innkeeper who's happy with an empty tavern.
That makes sense. Just out of curiosity, has this Lord Acosta person ever come here to was he a regular at one point?
Once or twice maybe, but not very often, no.
But I guess he was a guest of the triumvirate to come here and
I mean, he may have had a meal here. Don't really remember, but I wouldn't say he was a regular or anything like that.
Okay. Is he considered a noble? Is that what his status was in the city?
He's not a noble, no.
Oh.
No.
And what is he?
What was he?
A member of the court, yes.
Oh, what does that mean? So they handle city things?
Usually in charge of a portion of state affairs in some way or form, but not being of noble blood is important as well. Usually, nobles are what you call untouchable in terms of status in the city. You might be a member of the court, you might be a state official, but if you're not of noble blood, you're like any other hitless chicken running around at the end of the day, if you know what I mean.
I see. Okay, okay.
You are, as they say, replaceable.
So
So
what was his what was he in charge of, like as a member of the court?
I mean, necromancy, as far as I'm aware.
So does he wear a collar?
Oh yes.
Oh.
What color would that be?
Let me check. Sec. Ancients, artisans, royalties, nobles, ancients, artisans. Blue.
Wait, do we know if this whole
Merchant.
color
Merchants, artisan specialists. Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do we
What
know if
co-
this whole caste and collar system predates the triumvirate? It does, right?
It
They
does.
didn't- Yeah, it does.
It
They
does.
they weren't the ones who put into.
No. But the necromancy thing was new, right? Like it will only happen a couple of years. It wasn't like it's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
around for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess my next question to the innkeeper will be like, so was he specially brought in to like oversee this thing? 'Cause,
Oh, I
it's a
mean-
very specific, very specialized, you know.
Necromancy was relatively new. Before necromancy, he was working on something else for the state.
Oh, okay. So he changed, had a job change, I guess.
Something like that, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Significant promotion, if I say so.
Oh,
Hmm.
But Costa, sorry, Clint is still higher rank than him.
Yes, Clint has no collar.
Lin is a
Exactly.
noble.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Never mind. Thank you.
You are most welcome. Can I get you anything else for the night? The dessert, another round of ale. No.
I'm good.
I'm good.
He looks at Vervin. Sandcrackler stew.
No, I just want some water.
I'll send it up to your room if that's okay.
That's fine.
Oh, thank you.
I said the
Water.
W word in the city.
What are?
I mean, at the heart, they have water. It's not a problem.
Right, they have plenty of water here, sir.
The W word.
Yeah. Water weird up.
Delicious.
Okay. Heading up to bed. Anybody would like to do anything last stuff before we close the day?
Hey, Oracus, you don't want to charge your blade or what?
It's charged already. I didn't use it the last time.
Oh, okay, that's perfect
Can you
then.
remind me what color your blade is?
Cold.
Blue.
Yes. From
Blue,
the-
right?
yeah.
Lightning, right? Oh no, ice.
I'll be right back
Yeah.
real quick. Gonna
Put it
check.
inside the bag of coding.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes.
Okay, Castle Glove, let's go.
Oh,
Uh,
fuck.
We
Okay.
are all again in the room together.
Yes,
Even though
yes.
we have
Let's fucking go.
taking watch.
Hello.
Right. It's slightly different today,
Oh,
as you
no.
dream. You open the door
Mhm.
and it is very warm, the room.
Ooh.
However, there is no one there.
What? Oh.
The room is completely empty.
What?
It feels like it's been tossed slightly, or someone was trying to leave.
I'm just gonna look around the room and call for Nelwon.
Give me a perception check.
Please roll well. Okay, that's not bad.
You look around the room and you kind of look through like the different belongings and everything. Don't seem to be able to find her. She doesn't seem to be there. Okay, make me another check, an investigation check.
Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? No investigation. Oh my god. No.
Mm.
Oh my god. Okay.
You toss through, or not toss through, but like you carefully go through the desk. You come across different scents, a lot of different kind of different perfumes and kind of like make different sorts of makeup, things that you're not too familiar with. At her kind of like in front of a mirror, and then beside it, her wardrobe. You kind of open it and you see different silk gowns or evening gowns, as well as sleeping gowns, which are very kind of intricately woven, very beautiful silken material, which is presumably quite expensive. You look around the window, you look out again, the same kind of like snow-covered exterior, very different from the very warm, comforting interior. The desk beside her bed, which is still surrounded by the sheer curtain. You see a candlestick which is kind of like melted down to its end already. It's not been changed in a while.
Oof. Oh, a big oof. Is there any like place that she might have written anything, or like is there any readable things at all around?
Okay, since you asked me a question, I'm gonna let you make me a last investigation check.
Oh my fucking god! Roll well! No! Fuck this game! Okay.
Kind of like scramble in your haste. You don't seem to be able to find anything readable.
Oh, okay.
And you just continually panic.
I'm gonna
And eventually you
panic
just
jump off the
out.
window. Yes.
You just jump out of your sleep.
Fuck! I wanted to jump out the window.
Just panting heavily. Okay, that's it.
Could I not jump out of the window?
You can try and jump out of the window if you like.
I would like to jump out of the
The
window.
moment you jump out the window, you instantly wake up.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a sub-seconds.
My colleague, I think I met like we had like a Singapore office like meet up for like my
You.
office,
Hello.
and someone was wearing a nomos, and I was just staring at his watch for like the entire lunch. Then he saw me, he's like, "You want to see my watch?" I was like, "Dude,
My elves, who do not require that much sleep.
oh yes,
You just
Oh,
see
God damn
Casca
it.
like jump out of his bed,
I am.
jump like sit up all of a sudden, and you
Oh,
can
sit-
see
oh,
like
okay.
clearly distressed or something.
Yes, very
Did you die
distraught.
again?
I don't even die. You-
Cypher actually wakes up, but then he's like, "Oh, this shit again." He's like,
You can see like Kesklav just stands up and looks around very distraught and in a panic, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Is
gonna
there
walk
water
over
nearby?
and I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to like
give
grab
him-
just his hands and be like, breathe,
I'm gonna get him a glass of water.
like breathe. What's going on?
I'm going to as how do I gently swat someone's hand? But I'll do that to Sylvia. And I'll walk a bit and I'll try to
No, not kidding.
I'll try to summon another one as a sword.
What?
Nothing happens.
What do you mean? Huh? What?
Wait, as in, do I see him trying to
Like he's like,
prepare to fight or?
No lah, he
It's just
doesn't
him not doing
summon
anything.
it. There's no like movement. He just like wheels it, and then something happens. So you just see him holding his
scabbard
sword,
lah.
the scabbard, and nothing happens lah.
and there's no sound. Okay.
So we don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything wrong.
You don't know if it's anything
Oh.
wrong.
Oh, you know now. Because I'm going to start. Kessler's just gonna start panic crying,
Oh.
and he's just
Oh,
gonna
no.
keep like swinging and trying. And, like no, why is it not working?
Why is what not working?
Nelwon, she's gone. She's not. She's gone. I don't know. I don't know where she went.
Okay, okay.
It's a rather
Oh.
big commotion now outside.
I'm weak now.
What happened? As in, were you back in the same place in your dream vision thing? Like, was it the cold place?
It was the room. It wasn't cold anymore. It was warm, but she wasn't there. She's always there. Now
The
she's
room, as in the room that you meet with her.
yes, she's not there, and I can't feel her. She's not here anymore.
Wait, does that mean she's free?
Really?
I don't.
Wait, what did I miss? Wait, what did I miss?
I don't know.
Kasklav woke up in a panic, and then he's
One
been
went on
trying
strike.
to summon a sword, but there's nothing happening. It's just a scabbard.
Okay, but the staff still works or
What stuff?
Nothing.
like the other
nothing
one,
works.
the broom, the dagger.
The staff. Yeah, she can turn into a sword and a staff, right?
Magical equivalent
Based
of...
on based on his mom and dad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Does the other half of Nelon still work?
It doesn't. I mean, I'll try. I tried everything.
Wait,
That doesn't
did I detect magic Nelon like before in the past?
Yeah,
Was it magical?
yeah,
Mm.
Okay, I detect magic now.
yeah. Still magical.
Still magical, okay. So it's fine.
But
It's
I
not
do not-
fine.
hold on.
Wait,
It's fine, Kaslav.
How
What
did
do you
get to?
mean?
Wait, hold on. Isn't Nelon the one that brings you to this meeting place?
I don't know how it works. I don't know, but she wasn't there, and
But
Wait,
somehow
did you give any offering this time?
no, the last time was that dust crystal.
Okay.
Is that why she's not there then?
I don't
Is she
know.
angry that you didn't offer her anything?
No, she's not like that. She never asked for any offerings. I choose to give it to her.
No, yeah, I mean, but like warmer, and she mentioned that a part of her is in the scabbard, but now she's not there, and the room is warmer, and she's not in the scabbard. That sounds like
She's
One,
free?
two,
no longer trapped.
three.
But I mean, I suppose it's unlike of a patron to disappear without a word. Maybe she was taken.
By
who?
I shake my head. I don't think so. The view outside of the window was still the same. It was just the room was warm and she wasn't there.
Was there a fire in the room?
No, just her belongings,
Feels warmer.
and it was just
Her
warm.
belongings. What were her
Anything
belongings?
anything amiss in the room?
I shake my head. I couldn't find anything. It looked like normal. I tried to search, but I couldn't find anything.
So this room is it in a very high building, tall building? Like when you look out of the window, like is it like ground floor or like
No, I mentioned before it's.
I can't remember.
I don't know where exactly it's. Feels like it's in a cave. A very cold cave.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Okay, it's
So-
night, right? It's not very well lit. Like if we were to look outside the window of the tavern. Okay.
It's
Is it-
lit. There's like street lamps and stuff.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Can you see if you can still see like far away things?
Yes, you can.
Oh. So it's just scared.
So he still has his cat eyes.
Mm.
That means that's how Nelon just Chowski just out.
maybe it's a good, or maybe you have to like talk to the scabbard now. You know, like actually like hello.
Do we
let
have
him know.
any? Yeah. How about? Do we have any magical items that we can? I
Or
don't
do
know
you
that.
think you have to do you want to do another thingy, like another offering thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
I shake my head. I don't know. I really don't think it's the offering. It was never about the offering.
Well, then, I mean, based on what you've been telling us about her, seems like she must be in trouble. Then it's not like her to just disappear without a word, right?
It
Am
isn't.
do I have any insight into this situation, having dealt with like fellow clerics, warlocks, and paladins in the Dawn Wardens? Is there anything such a thing where like suddenly the patron
It is
disappears from a hexblade?
it is unusual. You don't know the term hexblade. Term hexblade doesn't exist to you. Yeah, but you know of people with patrons and clerics who have gods, and while it is unusual for a god or a patron to completely disappear, there have been situations where the connection is severed for some reason.
Right.
Whether that be permanent or temporary, both of which have happened before, or you have heard of before.
I will relay this to Casclav and also stress that, it might just be a temporary thing. Why don't we see what happens tomorrow? It doesn't feel like we can investigate this further now.
Is this common? Is this something that we need to be worried about?
Well,
Cypher?
it's not common, but it's not unheard of.
Right, but it still could be worrying, right?
Well, it seems that he can still access some of his gifts, so I'm very sure that Nelon isn't entirely indisposed. Are you able to, I don't know, cast any spells that don't require your scabbard as your focus?
I'm going to think about Armor of Agathis and try to cast it.
Requires considerable amount of effort and focus, which normally would not, and usually it's rather easy or trivial for you to cast this particular spell. When you think about Neluon and you channel it, but today it seems it's like it's taking a toll on you, but you do manage to cast it.
Maybe she's just like out and she'll be back later, kind of thing.
The
Listen,
Wi-Fi is bad.
it seems that something is interfering with your connection. There are two things I can think of. One is that we try somewhere else because there might be something about this cursed place that's interfering with that. And the second thing is perhaps more magical items would help restore some of that connection. We've seen you grow from strength to strength by these magical sacrifices, if you will. Maybe we can source for something tomorrow and see if it helps.
The Below Cape.
I wouldn't lose all hope. You certainly still have some access to that power.
Timing is a bit odd. I wonder
She's
if there was a
never-
trigger.
She's never completely. I mean, she's not completely gone, you know.
Vervin, are you still channeling your detect magic?
Yes, I am.
Do you feel anything else that's strange or?
Yeah,
Interfering.
the doorknob lor.
But that
Oh,
we
but that
knew
was
that
normal,
already,
right? Yeah.
We knew that already, right? Like
Is
the
there
doorknob was.
anything like maybe the property of magic that is different with the
anything that
scabbard?
is,
Or
uh,
still,
the
it's
same.
all the
Crying
same?
of the S variety.
No,
What?
it's the same.
What if I just did dispelled the magic in that one.
Oh.
No! Oh my god!
Damage with that.
No! I see Sean's face. He was like, "You,
If I just
right."
dispelled the
I
magic.
immediately like pull Vervin back.
Well, I mean, it feels as per normal.
No, I mean, just sleep on it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be fine. She'll probably be back.
Fervent is the below cape magical?
Is it
Yes.
magical?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
magical, yes.
It is.
Okay.
How about we feed one to another one?
How about we feed
You will
yours,
just-
Vervin?
Just enable her to
dude,
fly away
no.
from the cave. You know?
I'll immediately like take my below cape. And
What
I'll-
is your below cave?
Yeah, I'll set up the offering ritual thingy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll start to offer it to Nelo.
Sure.
So sad.
The four of you watch intently as Kaskalov tries to or repeats the same ritual that you've seen many times before with the incense and all that. However, this time you see even after extended period of time, nothing happens, and the cape does not melt into the scabbard.
Ooh.
No,
It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it just means that maybe she doesn't need it. Do you know what I mean?
baby
I guess-
rage.
Wait, have you
It's-
tried to access your abilities while we were out on the Labor District? Or is this like just now?
I
Yes,
haven't had a need to, not for the past day or two.
Yeah.
Could this
but he
be
doesn't really...
something to do with the wild
city?
magic that we
Hold on.
experience?
Sorry, I just want to get something straight.
Mm.
Don't you normally have to, offer Neluan something before entering the
it's-
room? I guess.
If he chooses to.
No, it's independent of each other.
I
Like,
see.
yeah.
And the feeling that Neluan is gone, did it suddenly come, or did you just only notice it when you entered the room?
I only noticed it when I entered the room.
So she could have been gone since the last time you met her.
Like,
Anytime since the last time.
I'm not. I guess so.
When was the last time we? Kasklav didn't see Neluan when he offered the dust crystal, right?
No,
No.
it's different. Yeah, what else would you like to try for the evening? Anything else?
No, I will just cry.
Okay, nice.
Sense.
You cry for the rest of the evening. Okay. So we'll say Kasgla forfeits long rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. You wake up in the morning. Kasgla has been crying the entire night.
Mm. What the-
Then they should have just overdosed
It
them.
is morning now. What would you like to do?
You know what time it is, guys. Everybody, you know it, I know it,
My
everybody
God.
knows it.
You got my
Okay.
personal teacup.
You know it, I know it, everybody knows it,
Yeah,
okay?
Alright.
Sorry,
You know,
friends,
when you were away,
Right.
when you were away for like the 2 weeks, nobody
Yeah.
dared to roll the T set because they were afraid that
Yeah.
Guys,
you were rich.
Guys, it's not going to break, guys. It's literally not going to break.
Don't
Alright,
say that.
Alright.
By now we all have
Oh, I'll
our
roll
own
first.
our own
okay. I will roll a 1d20.
cup.
Whoops, wrong button, wrong button.
Wait, what?
Hey, no, that's Oracus. Oh my god, scare me. Guys, it's not gonna happen. See? We get another day, dude.
Fucking
Alright.
5%, dude.
You get 1d6 plus 4. Oracus
The
already
day,
rolled.
the day of the boss fight is the day it breaks. Bad.
Right, nice, nice.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter, right?
that's
If
a nice
we,
D.
even if you roll a 1, we still get to roll, right? The 1d6 plus 4.
Yes,
Oh,
but
it's
yeah,
break.
yeah,
Yeah
we
lah,
do.
but-
oh,
just
that's
celebrate
true
the-
lah, that's
But
true.
it breaks,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Eh,
breaks.
shit.
Okay, take your 10 HP, people.
Very nice, very
Ooh,
nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
Guys, it's never going to break, trust me.
Stop
Oh.
it, don't say that.
We
You
are-
know it, I know it, everybody
We're
knows it.
wearing our adventuring garb, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right. On Century
Yes.
You have the entire day before dinner if you want to do anything. If not, we're gonna fast forward.
Well,
How about
I'll suggest that we find a place for Casclove to perhaps feel more serene, connected, unbothered.
north?
Yeah.
Kaska, do you
Outside.
try to summon everyone in the morning?
Yeah, I guess like I will just
It
pre-
transforms
Yes.
to the blade.
He has kept trying throughout the night. Just
It transforms to the blade in the morning.
Oh,
Does he?
it's the leaves. It's the
Nel
tree.
Nelwa was sleeping, dude. Nelwa was sleeping.
wait. Oh,
She got urgent errand to run.
Exactly.
Do you feel better though? Do you feel like, you know? Do you sense her? Like when she left like the room, did you feel like there was a disconnect, and then now do you feel like yeah, okay, everything is right again? What? How are you?
Yeah, did you feel anything?
I
strange?
actually don't know.
Okay, how about you try doing the billowing thing, cape now?
Oh,
Why? You mean the armor of Agathis?
No. Like he was trying to do the offering with his billowing cape thing last night. It didn't work.
Yeah, but
so.
the magic item usually just melts into the scabbard, right? It's not like it turns into a non-magical item.
I know. Yeah.
I mean I don't mind like if it makes everything better. Oh,
I don't know. It's up to you. But you do really like that cape. though.
I will like if we have some time I'll do it. I'll offer the cape.
You
to
have the
them.
entire day, sir.
Okay, then I will do that.
Can you
But-
do this any time of day or is it only?
Any time of
Yeah.
day.
But I will like try to like cast Armor Agathis again.
It's effortless.
I'll say to Nelon like, you really scared me, Nelon. Like I thought you weren't there anymore. Like don't.
Yeah, there's no response, sir.
Like I'll just keep talking like don't do that again, please.
Please.
Then I will offer the cape to her because I'm scared. Even though I didn't get to use the cape yet. Sad.
Cape is accepted. And the cape melts into the scabbard. You can remove it from your inventory.
Single tear for the cape.
What is this item sing, dude? The DM campaign long so got item sing on.
No, it's up to Sean. I didn't say you have to offer every single item to the god.
Why you got item sing on the show?
I'm
I thought it's like battery, you know, must charge one.
I'm the pay to win character, dude.
If you don't miss 3 sessions in a row, you get a free item.
Sean is the whale this campaign.
Yeah, like Kessler the whale character need to pay to win.
Oh
It's
boys.
okay,
Anything else you want to do in the day? If not, we're fast forwarding to dinner.
Can I pick up some spice from the bazaar? Some spice and
Bazaar
herbs.
open.
Right, on the day I wanted to go.
I mean, you were there last night, you idiot.
I forgot to mention that I wanted to grab some. It's
Okay,
okay,
grab
I'll
it.
grab it next time.
You
I'll grab it
grab
on the way
dinner.
out. Yeah, I'll grab it on the way out.
Yeah. Anything else?
Are we supposed to bring?
Y'all don't want to
like-
go to the north?
Not today. I don't
No,
think
man.
we can.
We go on a
we
day
need to
trip.
talk to Gogal to somehow get us in.
You can talk after dinner if you would like.
Yeah, that's why. So we cannot do it before.
No.
We can.
Mm.
Shit. Everything's in the bazaar, and bazaar isn't open until evening.
Okay, wait, I'll be right back. Y'all decide. Go ahead. I need to wash my hand.
Fast forward.
Maybe
But what?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do.
I still have 500 grams of sand crackler meat and heart, dude. What the fuck?
No, we need that.
500
For
grams or
the-
500 gold, dude? I didn't write properly. I think it's grams.
How can you?
100 gold.
You
What
arrive
is
at
this
the.
music lah? Stop it lah.
Alright.
Not
we
paying
It's
fast
a
for
forward,
it.
dinner. Where is the prom music?
What music is
Oh
it?
my god, the music is damn ominous. It's like Dracula's castle, dude.
It's like
Hell
Curse of
yeah.
Strahd
Is it
again.
fighting music?
Except that Curse of Strahd, when we were invited to the dinner, we fucking knew, okay, that he's a piece of shit.
And then the soundtrack name is like ominous, eh?
Always knew.
And it's always
oh,
near.
no.
Always
Oh no, dude.
God, Nelwan, save us all.
It's okay, guys. I prep protection from good and evil.
You are invited.
Wait. Cam don't know whether Cam want to prep anything before he go in yet. So I have
Okay.
to.
Maybe he want to
I'm
prep,
sure
what?
he is shit. that he
Divine
wants-
eye, divine hands,
Correct. He want to
like
define everything.
benediction, don't know what.
Yeah, I see.
I, on the other hand, am going to.
Your spells all done, huh? You make sure you're prepped, huh?
Yeah, I'm prepped all my my spells already.
Oh my
Anything
God, I
with
forgot.
anything with V is a no-go.
Wait,
Huh?
wait.
Really? Everything has V.
You idiot, you wanna cast a spell in front of them. V means you are saying something, you know?
I know, but everything has V.
Okay
Literally,
lah.
Then you have no
Wait,
choice lah.
let me check something, right? As a wizard, I cannot change my spells, correct?
Yes,
Correct?
you can. You
You
can
can.
change out your prepared spells every day.
But I cannot just.
You cannot take
But-
them from the whole spell book like a cleric lah. But whatever spells
lah.
you have learned in your spell book, you can swap them in and out.
Oh yeah. I
Ah.
need to choose
DM,
spells for
DM,
diplomacy.
I'm not even kidding, right? But every single spell that I can get has V. So I cannot cast a single spell, guys.
I
Has
mean,
what?
You can cast
V?
if you want. You just they will know you're casting a spell.
I go toilet and cast.
This is magical glow come from the top.
I know.
Okay.
Plus, disguise it with a cough.
They wanted to wait for you, Cam. They wanted to know it already.
In case yeah,
To prep your
anything,
spells,
you
yeah,
want
to
to
prep your
prep.
spell.
I pick
Yeah.
spell first, compelled duel.
I picked protection from energy. Sounds useful.
Wait, detect poison and disease one or not? If the food poison, how?
Oh, hey, you take that, you
I
take that.
think
I,
You're gonna cast it in front of them?
From good and evil, I think that's what you should.
I have protection from good and evil. I took
That
whole
also only
person.
protects you, right?
Yeah.
no,
No,
you-
I can pass it to someone.
No, you should take detect poison. I should take protection from evil and good because
Okay,
detect
correct.
poison can ritual cast. You get it for free,
Okay, correct. Yeah, I'll take detect
but
poison.
you need to pre-cast it because it's like ritual cast and then it lasts how long?
It got
10
material cost,
minutes.
component cost. You leave.
Hey,
Wait, guys,
you're
wait.
off first
I
day
go.
play. Hey,
guys,
ritual cost.
Ritual cast don't need component.
No,
No.
Sorry, first time cleric.
What?
we had
Sorry,
this
guys, first time
conversation like
cleric.
10 sessions ago.
First time
Bro,
cleric.
you
Sorry, guys.
fucking. We've been playing a cleric for like.
Sorry,
3
guys, first
campaigns
time- first
time
already.
Sorry, guys, first time
cleric.
cleric.
Yeah. Anyway, you have your focus. You don't need the component. So yeah, so you take that. I'll take protection.
What are my list of spells?
Guys, I got protection from energy. I can protect you from fire.
It's fine. I'm good. I'm all good. It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah, you are.
How about
greeted- Okay.
wait, how about purify food and drink? Do we
But
need purify
all,
food
all
and
of
drink?
this,
No lah,
dude,
no
all of
lah.
this doesn't matter, right? If you're gonna cast it in front of them, it's gonna be like a
Yeah,
logo
it is all
anyways.
spells. It doesn't matter. I only have 2 spells that are non-V.
Okay.
So
You-
it's...
You are
You
greeted
cannot
by-
study.
You are greeted by Clint at the entrance of the Royal Palace, and you are escorted quietly down dark and dimly lit hallways to a room that you have not been in before.
Based on my previous knowledge of the layout of the castle and all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
are we passing any unknown rooms or like we're going even deeper or something?
So previously you went up the staircase to the second floor,
Okay, now
and that will be the royal, the throne room.
yeah.
This is on the first floor. You're just going straight,
Okay.
past 2 doors.
At an
and-
opportune
and end of the
time,
hallway. Yes.
at an opportune time
Yeah.
when I feel like we are in the thick of things, I will drop 1 times divine sense,
Okay.
but
Me
leave it roughly up to you.
Me the spell.
Yeah.
Nothing so far.
Okay.
You step into the room. It's very well lit. Different from the hallway that you just walked through. It's carpeted in red, beautiful red carpet. Long dining table which is laid out with beautiful porcelain plates, wine glasses which sparkle against the candlelight, and different fruits adorn the beautiful long oak table. There are seats laid out for the 5 of you on one side. You can see 3 tiefling figures seated already in rather high regal chairs. Their frames are rather small, so the chairs are much larger than them. Behind them, on one side of the room, on the right side of the room, it's a beautiful long curtain which appears to block off a section of the room. A very long silken curtain. Behind the curtain, you can tell there is warm light that is coming out from beneath it.
Yeah. Okay, divine sense.
Okay, divine sense. There is one undead behind the curtain.
Ah, it's me.
Wait out. I do not know anything other than the fact it's undead.
Yes.
We can see a light coming from behind the curtain.
You can see there's a warm candlelight emitting from beneath the curtain. The curtain, however, just blocks off the entire way. Yeah.
I don't suppose I get anything other than the fact that it's undead.
No. As you walk into the room, the triumvirate, one of the sisters, the one seated in the middle, said, "Please, have a seat."
Okay, sorry, out of character, are we actually armed?
You are armed.
I have
So
2.
They were not like very concerned about that at all. They're just like,
No.
you know, whatever.
No. Yeah.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Oh wow. Cascraft, where you learn this word from?
Darkest dungeon.
Yes.
What does insidious mean, Casclave?
I don't know. I want
Okay, guys, our conversation chat will cease
Okay.
at this moment.
Oh god. Okay, we go.
The 5 of you take your seats. You see the same handmaiden walks around and starts pouring wine into your glasses. As you catch a glimpse,
I
Isilia, of the vintage.
politely refuse the wine.
Okay. But Isilia, you catch a glimpse of the vintage. It is an Everescan wine. A very rare Everescan wine, in fact, from a winery that is owned by a noble family. Very pricey and hard to obtain.
Is it the normal family that we don't like?
Which one that you don't
Why?
like?
Just ask the name
No,
lah.
as in
Leodons lah. Is it the
Leodons.
Leodons?
Right,
lah?
right. Is it Leodon?
It is known. It's owned by the Valstina family.
Oh.
What?
Why
Macam
does that ring
Voldemort
a
like that.
bell?
Yeah,
That rings a
because-
bell.
You helped them before, Cypher, if you
Yes,
remember.
yes. Those my chumps.
Yeah.
That's the one that
That's
Cypher
the one that had a
received a
job
side
for you,
quest,
but we
yeah,
haven't.
but then you
oh,
reject,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
So it's
I
a
will-
winery owned by the Valstina family.
Yeah, I will not mention anything about
A
recognition.
very rare and pricey vintage. So rare, in fact, that even in Everesca it is hard to come by and only sold to those of repute. Yeah. But you are being poured a generous portion of this particular vintage.
Only Isuya knows, right? The rest of us don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would recognize it. I
You,
guess.
I mean, you look at the bottle and there's the Everescan stamp seal on it.
And I'm sure
but
the
you would
family
not,
crest.
but
or
you would
something.
not know that it is a rare vintage. Yeah. Okay. After your wine glasses are all topped to the brim, one of the sisters will say, "I hope you've been enjoying your stay in the city thus far. We called this dinner because we wanted to have a chat, a quick update on how things are proceeding. Perhaps one of you would be so kind as to tell us where things stand currently."
Of course. We have discerned that Lord Acosta is no longer in the city. And we have reason to believe
you?
reason to believe that he's headed to the Forgotten Forest.
Forgotten Forest.
And
Interesting.
do I catch any look of recognition?
No. Oh, you can make an inside check if you want.
I'm watching them also.
We all make the inside check. I mean, we're all like,
Sure.
we know the stakes here. You know, we're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can all roll the inside check.
Wow, let's go. Holy shit, Whirlwind.
Bourbon's
Whirlwind.
busted.
Whirlwind.
Anybody above a 10 will catch that.
I'm just like, why? Wow, it's great. Ugh.
Anybody above a 10 would catch that. Essentially, when you mentioned Forgotten Forest, it seemed like it was new information to them.
Wow. Except for the person who's
26.
most important. Next game.
So that means like genuine surprise is what you're
Genuine
genuine surprise. Okay.
genuine surprise.
Yeah, I'll leave it hanging as that. Like, we think he's headed over there.
How did you come across this information?
Well, to summarize a few days of investigative work that involve both traditional and magical means of divination, you know, well, that we began with a search of his living quarters. It seems that an item that was missed by the official investigation was a certain well-made flower pot. We suspected, due to certain, shall we say, intuition, that the pot was of significance, and we traced it to the person who was responsible for giving Acosta this pot.
Right.
A certain Beatle wine. And again, name drop with the
Inside check.
checks of recognition.
At this point, after you finish your sentence, the first course is served. They do bring out what appears to be a delicious looking soup of some kind. A couple of handmaidens do bring the dish out to you, and they also open up the windows that are behind you, allowing the breeze to come in, and you can now see what appears to be. They kind of pull on your side, not the large one that's behind them, on your side. So the windows are on your side. So you can see the beautiful starry sky as you look out, and the breeze is coming in now.
Ask about the cooked utensils. If it says like can spot impurities in food, does that mean like
Yes.
like how does that work? Like I'm not gonna bring out my fucking pot and ladle, right? Unless you mean that I have proficiency in spotting poison by rolling it.
You have proficiency.
Yeah, I'm rolling it.
You're rolling it.
Yes, I'm rolling it.
So it's a 20 plus your proficiency. Okay. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
It's no poison in your food, Vervin.
There's
Okay,
a
nice.
single puke.
Oh no.
Ew.
You have also discerned that it's very well made food.
Oh,
Well made. Wow.
That's
A
not
lich-
match. any
I'm watching
cook's hand.
Vervin
A leek,
observe
a
the
leek
food.
and potato soup with a generous helping of what appears to be some sort of smoked fish that has been like ladled over top.
Sheesh.
The mention of Beatle wine, any flicker?
No,
Yeah.
they're almost like a confused kind of look.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just that name doesn't ring any bells.
We have reason to believe that it's a very dangerous individual. Traces of strong magic.
You
And to summarize the rest of our investigation, we followed the trail of Ethelwine, which seemed to be more fruitful than asking about Acosta, which I'm very sure that the officials have already tried, official channels have already tried, but it seems that following Ethelwine turned up fruit. She was spotted with someone, if we are being generous, matching the description of Lord Costa.
Hmm.
Perhaps the commoners were not able to identify him, but as the head necromancer, but when we followed her trail, she stood out a lot more than he did, in a bright green cloak. As you know, people of affluence and without collars noted in the city.
A green cloak.
Yeah, proceed to give the best description of Ethelwine beside him.
Hmm.
The hair and all that.
Hmm. Hmm. An elf.
One a feature that certainly lent people to remember her.
I can say you have definitely done better than my men have managed to do. However, the question still remains: is she, Necromancer Lord Costa, still not found, and that in itself presents a troubling situation for the city.
We were derailed slightly on the trail outside the city as we were attacked by some of the local wildlife.
Hmm.
Must say that we were slightly overconfident, having run into some of the wildlife on our way in. We thought that it was something we could easily handle. However, we were caught by multiple of these sand crawlers, and the sand stumbled a bit. Bullets, yes, I believe that was what they are called. And being at night, yeah. We also had poor visibility, and I'm afraid that delayed us for a few days as we had to regroup and recover after that attack.
Is there I'm glad to see that all of you are well after that incident, though. Is there an update on the situation with the Oasis?
We've not ventured out to the Oasis yet. We spent whatever time we've had investigating domestic matters to make sure that there is no threat of an insurgent in the city. We do
So
not
we
want
have
them
not
to.
made any moves on the Oasis as of yet.
Only looking for their presence within the city walls.
And you have found.
Nothing.
Hmm.
I'm assuming all eating food. I'm also seeing if like what are they doing? Like are they
They
like
are
just
eating.
moving hands?
No,
They are
I'm not eating,
eating.
as I'm delivering
Yeah,
this
yeah.
They are
report.
eating very in a very polite and gentle demeanor. Regal, almost like very slowly and small mouthfuls, but they are eating.
So they are like cutting up, putting, swallowing. Like I
Yeah,
can
do
see
they-
the consumption happening.
Yes, you
Okay.
can see the consumption of.
Do they look like they are struggling to eat it?
No. No, they do not look like they're struggling to eat it. Perhaps you could expedite the Oasis situation. Could we have it resolved by the end of the week?
What day of the week is it? Like right now?
It is Tuesday.
Friday.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
It's
Wait,
Tuesday.
okay, just checking according to our timeline, that's what? Fine, right? Roughly.
Yeah,
Fine.
we should have it on Thursday. The
Like a do or die
Oh,
situation
sorry.
by then, yeah.
no
Yeah.
out of character. Right?
No out of character
Yeah.
conversations, please.
Again, we don't want to make any promises. It's always better to under promise and over deliver. I do aim to please, but to give you some assurance that we are on track, I wouldn't say that that's not a reasonable timeline to meet. Give or take a few days.
I've been pleased. One, the other sister will speak with what I've been hearing this evening. And as a promise, you may have this. And then she returns you the scroll. A handmaiden will bring around the scroll in front of you. And it is signed with the intention of pledging the army for Everesca.
Uh,
On
So-
the condition that the threat at the Oasis is eradicated, you have our full support.
we are still intending to pursue Acosta, and it seems that, well, first of all, it's in the general direction of Everesca, which we will return.
If you are certain that he is headed to the Forgotten Forest, we can send our best men there. There is more than enough information. We need not trouble ambassadors from Everesca with the tasks of our city any further.
Well, would you allow us to draw first blood, if you will, or take a first shot at the matter? It is, after all, our quarry, and I must say this Ethel wine, well, it's gotten a little personal.
Kind of pauses for a minute. Ooh, well, on the condition that the Necromancer Lord is brought back alive, I suppose we can agree on that.
We would only need a head start.
She looks at her sisters, and then the sisters kind of like, you can see there's a slight nod. Before she turns back to you and says, "You shall have your head start."
Much obliged.
I've been truly fascinated with the way the five of you have been working to uncover so much information in such a short amount of time. It's nothing short of remarkable. I think the last time when we spoke, pleasantries were not exchanged enough. We were dealing with matters of the court, and I apologize for not being hospitable enough. Perhaps you could take some time and tell us a little bit more of about yourselves and your adventures. It's not often we have, well, elves and furbolgs, humans, all in one dining
Ah.
hall.
Funny you should mention matters of pleasantries and hospitality. It's no worry at all. It's really a warmer welcome than the one we received in Greyholm.
I was glad to
So-
hear it.
You
But
know, because
I
naturally
would
Greyholm
be-
is pretty cold. But yes, you wish to hear about adventure? We were previously
Perhaps
at Greyholm.
from someone else, the rest of you are awfully quiet this evening.
Gonna drink the
Of
soup.
course, I'll take the opportunity to catch up on my food then.
I will slurp very loudly.
You see, as you do that, you see one of them kind of wince slightly before looking in your direction.
Does she say anything?
No, she's just looking at you.
Okay, then I'll just
Mm,
continue slurping.
We are certainly a diverse bunch, not common, even in Everesca, which is where I'm from. But yeah, you know what, life works in mysterious ways. We work well together. I guess that kind of comes with the territory. Everyone brings their own expertise
Yes,
to the
yes.
table.
What would you say your expertise is?
For me, I'm I guess magic practitioner. So that's all I've grown up learning and
You
doing.
are a student, or were you a student
Mhm.
from Everesca?
Mm,
So you must
yes.
be well trained then.
Well, I mean, I always think there's room to learn more. So I wouldn't say
What's
I'm the
your
best, but
specialization? I heard that students in Nebraska usually specialize in a form of magic.
that would be abjuration for me.
Abjuration.
Mhm.
Fascinating. Necromancer Lord Acosta was a specialist in abjuration before he, well, took on the mantle, a new mantle, if you will.
Hmm.
What is education like in Nebraska? It must be amazing to be surrounded by the smartest minds in the world.
Well, I wouldn't know if they're necessarily the smartest minds in the world, but certainly very, very skilled. Yeah, I mean, good learning environment. Everyone is focused on their own craft, but at the same time, helpful when you know they need help. So yeah, it was a very, very good experience.
And so I hear the elves draw their magic from a source.
It would seem so, yes. Marion is completely blanking on that name right now. I don't remember it.
Call it the mythal.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I've been taught, at least since I was a wee baby.
Insight check. I want to see if they are like
What you want to see?
do they have? I mean, I think this is common knowledge. I want to see if they're just like trying to be polite and making conversation, or are they like after something?
Sure, it's a hard check, but go.
Ooh.
You can sense that she's steering the conversation slightly, but you don't quite know towards what end.
Is there a lull in that conversation between them and
not-
Isilia?
Not quite. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then, speaking of elves, I come from the high forest. I interrupt the conversation.
You see
Which
the three of them turn to you, and then they say, One of them looks like the one who was speaking to Isia looks a little irritated.
I look at her straight in the eyes and straight into her eyes and slurp my soup really loudly.
And they look back at Isia. So about the mythal.
Hmm.
I just raise an eyebrow at Isilya.
Yeah,
There
sorry.
has
I mean, we are
been-
all again, not everyone is trained, in certain ways. So I do apologize, but meanwhile,
So we understand that we don't quite understand how it works exactly, but
Oh no, I don't think anyone does. Yeah, it's just
we
a
don't
grand
understand.
mystery.
We don't quite understand how it works, but
I
what
don't either.
do understand is that it is affecting our land.
Wait, is this a recent development, or are we referring to the magical desert?
The magical desert.
So it's not like a recent development.
No.
As in, what she's referring to.
As in the
About-
common knowledge of the.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's honestly something we were hoping to find answers from. Well, the leadership such as
you guys.
yourself, actually,
Yeah.
because we understand there is some.
I'm just curious as to why there has not been a better way to make use of the metal if it's so ever so powerful. Why could it not be used in a way to, instead of stifling border growth or Anurok, to perhaps control the growth of the desert itself?
Again,
No, that's a fair
Sorry,
question.
Celia, you want to take this? Yeah.
Oh no, I think that's a fair question. I mean, I can't. I am not,
Hmm.
a member of the court or whatever. In Everest. So I don't know if that is even something they discuss. I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Is it just us? Because when
Oh,
we
I don't
we
think
we
so.
we noticed. I mean, my advisors. We study the borders very closely,
Mm.
and year on year, this particular year and the last, doesn't seem like the Mita was able to contain the sand very well anymore.
Again,
Is something wrong?
we're simply just not
Hmm.
equipped to give you a competent answer on the inner workings of the metal. But well, first of all, it's true we understand. We enjoy some level of diplomatic privilege within Evereska, but I'm sure you would have picked up by now that the vast majority of us are actually not of Everescan descent. We
Which
operate
begs
with
the question: How did Then she looks at Vervin and Oracus and Casclav.
I'll just continue without paying too much mind to that interaction. So, well, matter of we enjoy a level of autonomy and shall I say, free and critical thinking. And one thing that we don't quite understand from our superiors, and one thing that we will actually interested in pursuing independent of our orders, and I lean forward a bit, is that what is the connection between uh, Anarok, Greyhome, and Evereska? What is this? Why are we even here to call an old debt? And I believe that the answers to your question are within the answers to our questions. Something is, well, if I may be so bold, I would have to guess that something terrible happened a long time ago. Doesn't seem like anyone
There's
has
a
been willing to talk to
pause,
us about it.
and it doesn't take a lot to see almost a look of anger and slight anger flicker across the tree of the faces of the tree.
Anger at what exactly? As in
When you said
a terrible thing kind of thing.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Again, I could
Forgive
just be
our
a
ignorance on this.
foolish old knight rattling off common stories, but one can't help but wonder why Anurag and Greyholm owes Everest such a great debt.
And I guess to give you a bit more perspective from someone who is from Everesca, I of course being the typical, I mean I studied all my life basically. That's what I know how to do. What I'm best at doing that. So I wanted to make sure that I was the best prepared I could be for this whole journey and everything. So I was really trying to look for information for all the places that we're going, so that I could be well prepared, well prepped. But I really couldn't find anything within Everest. We have libraries, we have books and books and books, but nothing could tell me about anything really of what to expect. So I mean, one would then assume that either it's very it's intentional, not to kind of give that information out to publicly, and I don't know what the reason would be behind that. I mean, I'm always in favor of knowledge, so I think it should be available to all. But I'm more everyone, I would say, save I guess the ruling party of Everesca, like really have no clue about anything outside of Everesca. that's how I was brought up, and that's why I'm willing to go on this journey, because I wanna know more. You know, I want to not be, I guess, close-minded.
She looks straight at you. She says, "The elves, or you elves, have always been ever so secretive, haven't you? And while I would love to share what was told to me when I was a child, my family has an oath with your city. But that oath doesn't mention anything about the names that they call us behind closed doors. What you elves term the two cities of Greyholm and Valha, calling us wardens of the mountains and the wardens of the sands. Not sure if that's enough for you to go on, but
And that's something I've never heard of, or have I heard of this?
We
Like they are
haven't.
called that. We haven't,
No.
right? This is new information. Wardens of the mountains on the sense. Okay.
I stop slurping and then and I just say very seriously, and I assume you cannot tell us what you are wardens of.
I think you need to look back to where you've come from to find the answers that you seek.
Wait. The stone plate on the ruins mentioned 3 things, right? What were they again? I'm trying to find my notes.
Eyes, teeth, and the ones who scheme or the ones who plan or something.
I have it.
I just want to add that
Oh no.
I'm eating and drinking very little.
Yep.
Yeah, like almost just to make a show of tasting it and then not being able to finish.
Crap, I don't have that. But yeah, I think what
Yeah.
Kim
Because it's
said.
served.
Huh?
And is the after a while like the conversation does go on, and your plates are cleared for the first course, and the second course is served. It is a fillet of duck with a jus, as well as roasted
Wow.
vegetables and what appears to be some kind of fondant potato.
Nice.
Very fancy food. As the doors are opened, the curtain behind them is the breeze catches it slightly, revealing for a brief moment what is behind. And all of you make me perception checks.
Everyone's great at this.
Perception.
Verban,
Like absolute trash, man.
you see what appears to be for a very brief moment, what appears to be a cushion on the ground. Behind the cushion, what appears to be a long line of bookshelves.
Wait,
And then-
where is this?
Behind the curtain, behind them.
Okay.
Sorry. So following the conversation,
However, you don't see anybody, Verban.
Sorry?
You
I
don't
don't-
see anybody
Don't see anybody.
behind the curtain.
Where is the cushion?
On the floor.
you
So
wouldn't see,
there's
right?
a cushion
So there's a cushion.
just on the floor.
Yep,
And it's below the curtain or behind the curtain?
behind the curtain.
But behind the cushion there's a bookshelf.
There's like a bunch of bookshelves.
So it's not a window.
No, dude. The windows
The,
are
the
on your
breeze
side.
came in from outside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What is
But it was
behind them
definitely
is
a
the-
breeze, lah. It's not like the thing moved on its own.
Nope.
Wait, nope, as in it's definitely a breeze.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, when all this was happening, the triumvirate said, we need to look back from where we started.
Mm-hmm.
where it came from. Yeah, that's me.
Then I just asked so which one are you guarding? The one with eyes, the one with teeth, or the one who conspire? The ones who conspire.
They look straight at you, and you can see one of them just puts
Ooh.
down her fork as she was cutting the duck, and you can hear this loud clank as the metal fork hits the glass plate. And just like echo just reverberates through the room.
Triggered.
Silence for a good 5 seconds. Now I wonder where you've heard that before, or seen that before.
An old tale.
Old tale. Now what is this tale? I'd love to hear more about this story.
The questions we've been asking, the places we have been. Let's just say we found something in Greyholm. That links Everesca, Greyholm, and Anarok.
Have we been poking our noses where we should not have? Perhaps.
I look at
mean,
her and say, we were sent here to those places.
You were sent to investigate ancient ruins?
I did not mention any ancient ruins.
no, I mean, whatever that was happening
In Greyholm,
in
needed our
Greyholm
attention.
that needed our attention. Again, like what we're doing for you in exchange for them pledging to yada yada yada. It involved a whole series of things that led us down a beautiful garden path.
I hardly consider intrusive dreams and visions poking our noses. I'd rather enjoy a good night's sleep. But it
So
seems
your
that
story about eyes and thief and conspiring is from visions?
would that be accurate?
You just
Orcus?
can't quite shake the fact that I've seen that exact same phrase before.
What do you know of the library in Greyholm?
She shrugs.
Well, it seems like there was something beneath the library. When I
Something
got
that
close,
was
when I
Huh?
got close, those were the words I heard.
At the library in Greyholm?
I just look at her.
Give me a deception check, Orcus.
Ooh,
Oh. Deception is
Oof.
aren't you bad? Yes, I remember. Why
I was
are
trying
you
to take
saying
that check
this?
for you. Yeah, I was trying to take the check for you, but then it's like,
She looks at you straight at you and it's like, hmm. She kind of like passes over you and looks over at Casclav and Vervin. Almost like a look of recognition before she kind of like looks over at Casclav and Vervin. Almost like knowing that what you are saying is probably untrue.
So she,
Okay.
as in she thinks or she feels that Oracus was
Yeah.
telling the truth.
Yeah, she feels that it's like lying.
Okay. I'm still awkwardly enjoying my dinner.
She kind of looks over and says, "It's strange. He has a scabbard and no sword." The last sister speaks.
How can she tell if it's in the sheath?
I mean, there's
It's
no hilt.
missing. Yeah, it's missing a hilt.
There's no
Yeah.
hilt.
Oh, right. Right. No,
Well-
wait. Have I been imagining it wrong the entire time then?
It was
Yeah.
described as an empty scabbard.
Empty scabbard.
There is no sword.
So, when you summon it, you're summoning it,
No, it just transforms
It
into a
turns
blade.
into a sword.
the scabbard turns into a sword.
Yes.
I've been imagining it wrongly. Okay, great. 20 sessions in, I got it now. It's
It's not
great.
a broom,
amazing.
alright? It's not a broom.
This is very like, oh.
You thought
Feel
what?
like it's
You
just what?
I thought it
Oh,
was.
a
No,
sword
it's
out.
not.
I thought it was like the
Hello.
hilt, and then like the blade is like cut, like there's nothing. Then when he like shake, then it, you know, that.
It's not a lightsaber.
No, yeah, not lightsaber.
Correct. Yes. That's what I was thinking. Ah, okay, my bad, Marion, my bad.
alright.
Continue. Nothing has happened.
Anyway, that's the question she asked.
Oh,
Casclav.
I nod like yes. This is it was passed down to me by my parents. Like keeping it safe as for their
Safe,
memory.
So how do you fight with a scabbard? Empty scabbard? I mean, I see a magician or a mage has magic. The elf over there has his sword. The knight
I
over
nod.
here has his shield and hammer. And this bear here has his hammer as well. And you have an empty scabbard?
Oh, I have a sword. I just don't have it with me right now.
Make me a deception check.
Okay. Well, I mean it's a half truth.
Ah, so you do have a sword then.
I nod. I just thought it's not the most polite thing to have it with me now.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, she looks away from you then. Like not very interested anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, Casclaw. Wait, how do you have a +7? That's crazy.
Looks over to you, Vervin. It says, bear creature. I mean, furbolg. Sorry, we don't see much of you in our town, in our city. You're from up north?
Yes, I am.
From the High Ice?
Indeed.
Really? You are not from the High Ice, you idiot.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep agreeing with them.
No, if he says that, I'll also look at. I'll look at.
No, I'm just
Oh,
gonna
well,
keep
look at
agreeing.
him.
I'll look
No,
at
no, no,
Vervin
no, no,
like-
no, no. I'm just gonna keep agreeing with them.
Really? I've heard the last tribe of furbolgs were killed.
Well, I have little recollection of my childhood.
You escaped before the dragon killed you?
Not the dragon, but a certain event happened in my little settlement. Why is that thing? Can you see that?
What happened exactly? I mean, we've heard stories of the dragon in the High Ice. Parkour.
Sorry, there was no dragon.
There was no dragon?
Yes, not in my settlement. It was wiped out by
Falcor.
some unknown entities. Even I'm not too sure what they are, but they took my entire settlement away, and
They
thankfully
took
I
your
was hidden.
settlement away?
Yes, all the people living within it.
Wait, how many people when I was under the impression that the village of Furbox was at most 15, 20 at most?
Yes, I lived away
You lived away
in the outskirts of the
the
High
High
Ice.
Ice? Where exactly?
I have no idea.
You don't know where you lived?
I have no idea. How was I supposed to know?
Well,
As in,
how
I
did you
really have no
survive?
idea. I escaped the village with with some other survivors and made it through the high forest.
You went from the High Ice to the High Forest? That's quite a considerable distance.
I was wandering for quite a long time,
Huh.
and it's when I was picked up.
Picked up by who?
I'm not sure whether it's appropriate for me to bring them up or not, but
I don't really care. He smiles.
okay, then I will mention that I was picked up by some people, worshippers of Ilmater.
Worshippers of Ilmater. You can see like almost like a sense of disgust in her voice.
Sure.
Well, says. I honestly thought your story would be a little bit more interesting than that.
Not exactly.
Disappointing. She turns back to her food.
And they're all like eating, like
Yeah, yeah,
actively eating,
Yeah, they're eating.
drinking the wine.
Yes.
Okay.
The plates are eventually cleared for the dessert course, and as the doors are open again, the breeze.
Can I eyeball?
wait,
Can I eyeball that bookshelf again?
hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, after they were like discussing backgrounds, I will
Yeah.
take the chance to ask them. If you pardon me, we know so little of the leadership here as well. Has the leadership of the city been in your family for many generations?
Well, it's been with my family since the inception of Valhalla itself. Building, the city itself was built upon the oasis, the Grand Oasis, and my family owns the oasis, as I'm sure you have known already.
Ah, yes, of course.
Owning the oasis has granted us many privileges, of which I'm very thankful for. But one in particular is control of the city and life here.
I personally struggle with the philosophy of owning land, but that's just a fringe belief. I understand that most of society is
I mean,
comfortable with the idea that should you lay claim to a land, you are allowed to profit from it.
well, the same could be said about the elves, no? Lay claim to
Of
the
course,
land with the
of course.
metal.
Of course, I certainly don't measure them with a different standard.
There
It's
are
just a personal
no.
philosophy.
I mean, even you humans are guilty of such acts, if you will.
Of course, humans are a varied bunch. I can't say I approve of all of them. Haha.
Okay.
Do you have trouble with the neighboring human kingdoms?
Aren't many neighboring human kingdoms besides Bastion.
Heard there was some trouble brewing in Bastion. Wonder what that's
You-
about.
We don't really hear from Bastion. all the better. I don't like dabbling with the pure folk, if you will.
Pure
Pure
folk.
race.
Do I know what that means or any context?
Yeah,
Uh,
same.
Not really. You can question if you want to know.
Pure folk, are they some kind of religious
I mean, some believe they are zealots in a way, anti-magic, just non-believers.
not friends of the arcane, I guess.
You could say that. I think there was a revolution, if you will, in a way, a while back when the current Inquisitor, what was her name? Octavia Lafont, I think, took over. A revolution, and she basically squashed out and executed every single mage.
Okay, so we know that Joffrey said this also, right?
But
We
she-
know this from, as in we know that Octavia took over like fairly recently, right?
Yeah.
Joffrey said that like there's something about a new leadership, and then they pushed all the old guys out, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get my timelines right. This is just before I awoke.
Maybe a few months before.
According to the
awoke.
Godlink's timeline,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's not accurate, but
Yeah.
and then we also know that by that point the Masked Elves had already made known to the world their presence, like
Yeah.
their campaign against Zebreska has
Yeah.
started. Okay.
Yeah.
Noted with tanks. Was the previous what was the leader name? Duchess? What was the title? Sorry.
High Inquisitor.
Yeah, was the previous High Inquisitor a little softer on the
I
members of the
never
arcane?
met the previous High Inquisitor. I heard she was shot in the head.
Wow. Grim times. You must pardon our ignorance. We don't have reliable news sources while on the road and we've been traveling for many months.
No worries.
Yeah, I'll let it go. I'll go back to my food.
Curtain is blown again slightly, and this time all of you get a decent view of the what appears to be a cushion, as well as the bookshelves, and as dessert is served. Can I get? So you have to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, I've been rolling like shit.
Hey, that's not horrible.
Ay,
I'll pull you
But
the
is it
Arcana
good
for a
enough?
oh my
Oh
god!
Goodbye.
Damn it, fucking Verona. What's the S? What's the name?
Sharona.
Barone.
Man, should I bring it up? Should I bring
Just
up?
bring
the
everything
curtain?
up. I feel like you should just.
Just sell out Everesca.
What's the worst thing they can do is kick us out.
We'll be your inside man. Just give us water.
But seems like they really don't know what happened to Acosta.
Yeah.
No, we need to probe them more than they probe us, which I think so far is been good. Or just throwing them the curveball is good. It's like completely throwing off their game.
Makes me wonder, is it the old lady don't know what she's talking about, or someone else sent the guards without their knowledge?
A lot of like
Lynn.
interesting things to mind, but we can discuss later. But now I want to like I don't know. See what happens to this. So yeah.
She fireballs us.
We,
Fuck.
as the dessert is served, and the curtain does open slightly and then closes back up, as curtains do when they're blown by a breeze. The triumvirate says, they do take a few mouthfuls of dessert before saying, It's getting quite late, and pardon us if we do have to excuse ourselves. We have to deal with some matters before bed. But I hope that you enjoy the meal. Please partake in as much wine and food as you like. Do ask any of the handmaidens if you require anything else. Please eat as much as you like, and perhaps we could see you at the end of the week for update on the Oasis, and we'll make ready the army by then. Is that acceptable?
Just to clarify, you just want us to ensure that the Oasis is not a threat, right?
I would like all of them to be killed. Yes,
Why not?
preferably every single one, indiscriminately. If there were no survivors, that would be ideal. Then she smiled.
I smile back.
We'll take our leave now, and you see they excuse themselves and they exit through the way you came from. And the five of you are seated. Then there are a couple of handmaidens standing behind you, but now it's like just the five of you.
Do we notice anything with Isilia or
No?
nothing?
Eating dessert. Nom, nom, nom.
See Marion's distress. Okay. The handmaiden, so they're different than like the one like.
The one
Yes,
that the
that
one
live.
that they accompanied them left already. Left
Oh,
them.
okay. So she's
Mm.
like their personal
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so there's other people that exist in the palace. Right?
Yes. There are
But
the
so
two.
far we haven't seen any presence of like guards or like security detail or anything.
Not
right?
much
It's just
actually.
it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, if you wanted to
housekeeping stuff kind of thing.
if you wanted to kill them today, I mean, you could have tried.
Shut
There were no guards in the room. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The curtains are closed, right?
Yeah.
I look around, then I walk over to the curtains,
Mm-hmm.
and then I pull it open.
Then nobody stops you.
Yeah, so I pull it open.
Who open there is make a perception check. Oof.
What's with my rolls today, man?
Oh, I didn't mention that there was a fucking undead.
No, you didn't. You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
Anybody else would like to go or accompany Oracus or see?
if I see him,
I mean,
approach,
I saw the bookshelf first, right? So
Yeah,
Okay.
so
a bit,
Fuckers who are
listen,
looking
listen.
okay, no at DM will be nice today.
a bit of retcon because he kind of called it really quickly. But like, if I see anyone approach the curtain, I will stand up like and touch their arm and
Okay, fine. Then I'll just raise an eyebrow at Cypher.
I don't want to say anything, but I do a quick thumb at the medallion. You decide whether you understand that or not.
I shrug.
mime.
Then I'll just walk over and open the curtain.
Okay, yeah. Then do that then.
Who's going?
I'm going.
Whoever.
And I guess.
what?
Yeah.
I mean, wait. I thought I was the only person that saw it.
No, as in now he has made the conscious effort to go over.
No, but the breeze did blow open the
I
curtain
mean, we
one more
see
time.
the
Then we all
curtain
saw.
keep moving lah. Then it's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
what's this
you all
fucking
saw it.
thing? Yeah.
Okay.
Pascal eating chocolate mousse. Really
Yeah.
nice chocolate
I'm
mousse.
just fucking
Okay.
eating my dessert and watching
Okay.
it.
I'm also going
I'm gonna
over.
hold my wine glass and walk over like I'm just leisurely chilling.
Alright. Push aside the curtain.
You all noticed that I followed the Orcus with my warhammer.
You what? Oh,
When I
okay.
approach him, I'm yeah. and then
Okay,
I-
can Orcus, that's your check already, so again.
What, Penny? Why is with my rules today? He's been so shit. How do I change dice? I can't.
I suppose I
That's
look
how
also.
You foundry. Fuck you.
If you're
Yeah.
carrying a warhammer and you don't look, well, I'll be like very weird. You'll be very weird.
Vervin and Cypher, please.
Perception,
Serious?
is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Oh.
blessed your divine
Blessed be
sense.
the man. Blessed.
Oh boy. Alright.
Oh shit.
So
If we never notice, we don't fight.
So afraid the first thing you notice is the cushion itself that is on the floor. As you pull aside the curtains, the helpers, the handmaidens are indifferent about it. They don't seem to want to stop you. But they do shout or kind of say from behind that the books are all beautiful history books that if you would like to read them, that you can please partake.
I love history.
That's boring.
The first thing that you notice is the cushion. There is like a almost like a
But
indent.
bring.
Yes, someone has been sitting in that cushion.
Immediately divine sense at the same time.
And then the next thing that you notice is there is a trace of mist which is leaving underneath the bookshelf. Very faint, but you do catch a sign of it.
Trace of
Okay.
mist.
As I
Trace
pull
of
the
the mist shadow.
No, not.
DM regretting choice of words now, but yes. As I look, I also like divine sense at the same time.
You sense undead behind the wall, behind the bookcase.
Right.
Moving away.
Right.
Further and further away, but at a very rapid pace, until in a few seconds' time, the trace is gone.
I nod to the party. And I say in a very low voice. No, I don't say anything. I don't want to. But I will unclasp the medallion and set my warhammer down and give them a nod.
Okay. I'm looking through history books, man. This is like
Beautiful history book.
Christmas for
Beautiful.
Isyria.
I
would
look at
like,
the. Sorry,
I'm
I'm
looking for
gonna.
the oldest copy
Or
that's in there.
if you're looking for information of what I think you're looking for, you don't find it.
What do you think I'm looking for?
Like history about like the old city before Anurok. Before Valhalla.
What's I thinking about? But I'm just looking for the oldest book.
Okay. I mean, you do find particular editions on. There's like books on every family. By family I mean like it's the same family, but every family that has ruled Valhalla. Yeah, like what they've done, what they have accomplished, and there's almost like autobiographies and biographies written about them. So it's quite interesting in that sense. So what are you looking for in particular?
Sorry,
And then there's like books
Oracles
on
was
there's
saying
books
something.
on elven history and stuff like that also, like human history as well, history of the cities and all that. Oracles, you were saying something?
I noticed the cushion, then I just turn to the servants and ask, "Was someone here with us?"
Oh, she said, oh, maybe someone left it there by accident. I'll get rid of it. And then she runs over and
Inside
tell it.
check. While
Sure.
eating chocolate mousse.
Yeah, same.
Fuck. I'm enjoying my chocolate mousse. Oh, okay.
Holy,
Genuinely doesn't seem to know.
not surprised.
Oracles just runs over, picks it up, and leaves with it.
Guess I want to see where in history, like, has ever been a mention of like necromancy ever before?
Necromancy was introduced. You do learn that necromancy was introduced fairly recently, and the reason why they said that they introduced necromancy is because they felt that there was a labor shortage and they needed more foot soldiers as well as laborers, and the kind of like there was a falling birth rate in the city.
Oh my god.
Can I
Singapore.
inside check a book? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess also because it was mentioned that their parents or father or whatever died when they were very young, right? So they were kind of thrust into leadership at a very young age. Is there anything that is written about the death of like their family, like their father, like what
Father
happened?
died from natural means, like what is written is it was
a stroke, and then after his heart failed, like stopped, and then even with the best medicine that was available, it didn't really help. Yeah.
And then any
The
mention
mom,
of
the mom died at during childbirth.
yeah, I think that we knew.
Yeah.
Anything about like families and stuff like that? Any mention about
No mention of no.
or like her family or like cousins or like it's
No,
only
I
like
mean,
she's
it's-
not mentioned
it's
or
very
like their
focused.
extended family are mentioned?
The extended family is not really mentioned much.
Mentioned
It's more
also,
focused.
okay.
It's more focused on the royal family.
Okay.
itself. Yeah.
Okay.
And what they have achieved. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Well, now the five of you.
I guess
You were
from
you were
ours,
saying that.
yeah.
Sorry, you continue first.
no, I was just thinking like because they also have books on elven history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see like what they have correspond with what I know or like what I've learned like growing up.
It's a very biased and different take on elven history. What you read, there seems almost to be a sense of hatred, if you will, from the writer's point of view. And if you kind of read certain sections and you can't help but feel like there's a grievance of some kind when or the writer was bearing a grievance of some kind when he or she was writing the book.
Are there any authors also like is there anything that says written by so and so so and so?
Some books yes, some books no.
You mentioned there were like history of noble families, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anything about Lynn's family
No, nothing about Tillin's family
at all?
actually. Then again, if you do read up about the noble families of Anorok or Valha, it does say that even within the nobility itself, there's different levels of nobility, and then there are the lesser families who are of noble blood, but they are regarded as lesser and therefore not so important. And then there are the higher ones who actually own land, they own valuable resources like the mines, the oasis, and all that, and they're regarded more highly because they actually have power. The lower noble families they're just noble families because they were born into noble families. There's nothing about them that makes them special, if you will.
So like all these oases and the mine, all that, they are not like government owned. They are family owned.
Family owned. Yes.
But not necessarily by the triumvirate. It's like it could be like a noble family.
Mm-hmm,
So could we find out like who owns the oasis? And like and
Oasis
how
is
about
owned
like
by
all
the-
those temples and shit?
Oasis is owned by the triumvirate.
Oh, okay.
And the temples are all government-owned buildings. We're talking about like the mines.
Yeah,
talking
the
about
mine is who?
fields, the fields for farming and all that. These are all noble family-owned.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
The foreman is not noble, right?
No.
Nice.
No. No mention of ziggurat.
No mention of cigarettes.
Okay, I guess at this point I'll grab someone else's chocolate mousse and make my way to them.
Okay.
And after,
Mine's untouched.
after asking,
Sitting there.
just like, oh, what's all these books? If I hear it's history books, I will try to look for information about Falcor or the High Eyes.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you read through edition the High Eyes, first thing you learn is that Falcor is a ancient blue dragon.
Oh,
It is she was known to be the kind of like the pseudo ruler of the High Eyes, and she hated the Phobos. So much so that she essentially wiped them out. You learn that the High Eyes is a desolate, infested, monster-infested glacier. It's kind of not a very friendly place to live in. People who generally live in the High Eyes are either number one extremely skilled in survival and stealth. They are able to carve out a small section of the area to make their own without attracting attention of the creatures that inhabit it. Or number two, they are extremely good at hunting and fighting, so much so that they are able to scare off creatures that might threaten them. But even then, there comes a point where you attract the attention of Hawkor, and then she comes and destroys whatever you have built for yourself. Which is why there are no human or, if you will, there are no settlements left supposedly in the High Isles. There is one particular location which is mentioned called Lashlock, which is the Lake of Ice. It said that it was previously known to be a Furbolg mining settlement. Whatever it was they were mining was not known because they were all wiped out and killed before the history books could even record that.
Oh. Okay. I'll look at Bourbon like, you're from the High Eyes?
No, I'm not. I just told them what they wanted to hear.
Okay. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I just stare at him with my mouth agape.
Okay, boys. Are we done in the dining hall? Are we okay
Ah.
to leave?
Yes.
I was just gonna do like a very cursory glance at all the titles to see if anything catches my eye. Anything I remember, like I was there, or like.
Give me an investigation check.
I'm also gonna pop a detect magic.
I'm not looking for anything in particular, but just.
Could I look out the window and observe?
Out the window. It's a very
Yes.
nice view.
Well, not that, but like, where exactly? Like, do I see like there's two gigantic statues at the northern area of the city, or are they like hidden away?
You can see the tops of it, I guess, but they are blocked by the walls of the hut.
Okay. How high are we?
We're not for ground floor, sir.
Oh, ground floor. But
Yeah.
I have a view of the city.
I mean, you have a view of outside.
The sky.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, I see.
You don't find anything of note, Alfred.
Okay.
I'm also detecting magic.
There is no magic in this dining hall.
I'm walking out.
Okay. You walk out. So Alfred, you want to tell them what happened before we close the session for the day?
Not within earshot of these walls.
Okay, but
There's no magic.
if you move out, you're
No
half
magic.
out of the palace already.
Yeah, I'll fill them in on like things, and I suspect that it's probably the faceless one, some powerful undead being. There's some other salient points off the top of my head, but this is slightly leaning into out of character, I guess.
Was there a random cushion on the ground?
That's where the undead being was sitting lah, or like that's his place of where he was observing the proceedings.
You can make me a. Give me a second. What check would this be?
Do we recognize the shape of the butt on the cushion?
Oh, cone. You make me a straight intelligence check.
Just sniffed it, man.
Ooh.
It's not looking good.
Alfred.
Oh. Me, how about
Hey,
can
that's
I
not too
do
bad.
it?
It's a 13. So with a 13, there are creatures that you have heard of before, that do sort of fit the description of what you've just seen. One of those would be vampires.
Come on. Come on.
Creatures which number one can change to mist. Creatures which don't cast shadows against any object, which would explain why there was no shadow peeking out from beneath the curtain at all. And also undead.
Vampire.
Oh my god,
he-
Struts making a comeback.
Yeah.
Did you share this information with us inside the palace still?
No, only when we
No,
are like
it
way
was-
out, I will say
yeah.
that. Heavily
Okay, so we left
like,
the
out,
palace.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not in the palace.
Upon the entry, I sensed that there was a undead presence in the room behind the curtain. And as the triumvirate left, so did that. Was I the one who made the perception check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so I'll say that I also observed a mist leaving that same undead presence,
It
able to
Blue.
travel as a mist. Even
left through
more.
a crack.
Yes, I believe as long as there is a tiny gap, this creature is able to move through it. And more worryingly, you all saw the cushion. I believe a spirit or an apparition not tethered to this world wouldn't really need a cushion, which leaves us with a unfortunate conclusion that perhaps the faceless one is a vampire. Now, if we are dealing with a lesser one, I suppose a newer one, it would not be
Okay,
beyond
Syria can
our
make me
ability.
upon hearing vampire, Syria can make me an intelligence check. See whether you have read about vampires in your studies.
Oh god. Rolling shit.
16?
Shit.
16?
Rolling so shit.
You do know some, or you have read about some things about vampires in your studies, but very briefly, and it's hard to tell whether it's truth or fact. But these are the things that you know. Number one, the most obvious one that it's everybody says, vampires are extremely sensitive to sunlight.
Mm.
Second thing is, a vampire cannot enter a residence without an invitation.
Mm-hmm.
And the third, a vampire dies. Supposedly, you think it dies when it's pierced with a stake through the heart.
Am I able to corroborate those facts?
You have heard of the first one and the third one before.
Right.
Not the residence one.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I will stress that what we're dealing with is an extremely intelligent, dangerous foe.
So
Again, it could
they
be
have
something-
invited this person into their home.
Well,
Maybe they didn't know that of the nature of this being.
first I would worry about our own safety. As I
Mm.
mentioned, this could be something that is within our means to destroy, but it could also be something that is way out of our league. It's really difficult to tell, and many paladins and clerics have rushed headlong into the fight thinking that faith will save them. It did not.
Mm.
Are we able to recall some facts of our experience here that is consistent with it? Well, if the vampire is feeding on the triumvirate, it might explain some of their fatigue.
Well, did they look fatigued when we were talking to them? Did they look like they didn't get
Heavily
enough
made up.
sleep?
Heavily made
Okay.
up.
Okay.
So whatever facial features that you were hoping to identify, which might signify that they were fatigued, would not be.
But
present.
when they walk or with their movements,
they
was
look-
it
they look fine.
sluggish or just like it's okay?
They look fine.
But we know they're not, we've already heard.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I kind of like pieced together is probably when the metal broke, affected magic not only in Anarok and Greyholm, but also in Bastion,
Bastion,
which
the city
might
you
have led
mentioned.
Octavia to like distrust arcane users. So it might be all connected.
Yeah, I'm growing to like what's her face less and less. And less. If that's even possible.
Okay, we will wrap things up here, guys. You
Chunk
can
here.
continue this tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, next week.
Let's go tomorrow.
Wait, I mean, think about it. It's perfect place for a vampire to be, right? Because there's no running water.
Oh man.
Out of character. You are absolutely right.
Yeah, dude. This vampire smart as fuck, TBH.
GG. It's Strat 2.0, guys.
No, I
Nah,
think it's
It
not
is.
sure.
Nah,
So-
nah.
Vampires.
2.0, I
Okay, what
think.
I'm thinking out of character is like vampire spawn times 3. We can take the fight. Vampire spawn times 3 plus anything else. Yeah, we're fucked.
When you say vampire spawn, you're saying triumvirate or
Triumvirate.
vampire spawn?
Yeah, because if they're being fed on, they are technically vampire spawn, but they're not full vampires until they
Yeah, not
do
undead.
something. I can't remember. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
they're
but
not
yeah,
like
you
that.
don't ping what? They don't ping on your.
They
don't
wouldn't.
ping.
They wouldn't turn what. They
They
might
don't
be
No,
just
but
trial.
vampire
or-
spawn is
No,
already
Oh,
like
already turn.
undead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
and
yeah,
vampire
whatever.
spawn is turn. You don't. Okay, if you've forgotten how it
trial, yeah.
works, if you've forgotten how it works is, out of character. If you are bitten, right, and you die, then you turn
You
to a
rise.
vampire.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
If
So if
you-
you're bitten and you don't die, nothing happens.
If you die from the bite, or if you
No, you
Yes,
just
you die
and then you
you
just
die
die.
from the bite, or you die straight
from
up.
any other
Become
damage.
vampire.
Yeah.
So if, let's say if someone bite you but you don't die, the vampire bite you but you don't die, then later you take additional damage and die. Do you
You
still
rise.
turn into a spawn?
Yes.
Yes.
So like incurable.
Just don't die
It's
Yeah.
a curse.
until the
don't
curse
die.
is lifted. yeah.
Just don't die.
No one's dying this campaign.
You need to finish a long rest to get rid of the effect. This is our character, by the way.
Or
That's true.
magic lah, or the remove curse.
Or
whatever.
remove
Yeah.
curse or something. Yeah.
Just don't die, easy man.
And even after you turn, there's like different levels to that shit.
Just gonna keep
Yeah.
running away.
Tough.
Alright.
That's great. That's great. Can't believe I didn't think of this earlier, but like, it's good. It's very good.
How long has it passed? Has time passed?
This bitch.
Just checking.
It's
Because if I
been-
think it's what it is, then I would know.
you wouldn't know. Remember, your knowledge of vampires is limited to what I told
No,
you.
no. That's not what I meant. Not the being, but like the effect.
But you're
Yeah.
aware of said effect.
You're not aware of said effect.
Oh
I
really?
mean,
Oh,
no, as in you are aware, but you don't think it's bad.
But I'm aware that it's an effect.
Yeah, aware it's a fact, but you don't care because it's
I don't
nice.
care. Okay.
It's a good effect. It's a good effect. It's a buff.
Just like our tea.
And to answer your question, it's been less than an hour.
Okay. Great. Amazing.
I need to look at my spell list now, man. My
Okay,
list,
yeah,
in my
change.
top 10 fan theories, vampires was not on the list. I'm sorry I've let you all down.
It's fine. Man. This whole campaign has been a
I have a
mess.
feeling that vampire is most like quest only, right? Doesn't matter.
What the fuck?
We just leave,
Strike, dude.
we just say, yeah, never mind lah.
Yeah,
It's not,
you
Nah.
later will be
What
fine with it,
the-
don't worry.
What evs?
Fine, you do.
the people
you
will
do
be
what you
rewarded
gotta
for their
do.
suffering.
I mean, you have already signed up to fight this vampire by indicating your interest into entering the ziggurats in 3 days, right?
Oh
Fair-
fuck!
fair point.
That's
Fair
mean,
point.
If
Wait, abort.
if we sneak in without them knowing, we might not need to fight, right?
No,
Yeah,
what do you
that's
think
true.
Paladin's gonna do when he sees like a...
No, the
Vampire
vampire will
scout.
just be in his little coffin sleeping, and then we just stab a few times.
Not at night,
Oh,
where she's
okay.
when we are going in. He's
We
up
go
and
in the day
about
lah.
at
No,
night.
he's taking a little nap. It's alright, don't worry, guys. Just pour some water. flood the coffin.
please. Thank you.
I
I
mean,
have
he
zero
would.
holy water, by the
We
way.
have holy water.
No,
We have
No.
maybe holy water.
Verva has run out of holy water already.
I have maybe holy water.
Oh yeah, you have
Maybe-
maybe holy water.
Maybe holy water.
Maybe brand holy water.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh,
It's the one from the pool, right?
the
I think,
water of
right?
the dead, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
It's the
water of the dead.
off-brand.
Holy f-
Like it was holy at one point, but it's gone bad in the desert heat.
Ayam. Is it really? Are they really weak to holy damage?
One would assume so since they're undead.
I mean,
but
you have 3 people here who have killed the strongest vampire in existence in the previous campaign.
Yeah, we died. We are
Didn't
actually
die.
vampire spawn.
Didn't die, but they
No lah, we
literally
didn't
spent
die.
they spent
But
30 sessions fighting the strongest vampire
Shit.
ever.
Holy shit. Okay.
That was a wild ride, and not everyone made it out whole.
Nope.
Actually, most of them didn't get whole. They got PTSD from that shit.
It
That was a great campaign.
was a good campaign, yeah.
Curse of Strahd speedrun when?
Oh my
Exit
God, I
that
don't want
house
to.
straight to Ravenloft 1v1.
I cannot run Cause of Strife anybody who's even like remotely heard of it. It's not
Yeah.
fun anymore.
No,
not
yeah.
Because you just skip so many things.
Just speedrun, that's what I say.
Yeah,
Just
you
do,
just-
just do
ah.
Curse of Near.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my
true.
god,
No one
let
knows.
it be because of you.
It's true, dude.
Spoiler
Oh,
alert,
100.
Shane.
Oh my god, spoilers, man.
It'd be so good I 100%
You should replace Strahd with Near and then make him a little less competent than can now.
PvP,
A little
PvP.
Peter.
Okay, I gotta go. But GG's boys.
That's the GG.
That's a GG.
Good night, guys.
Oh shit.
GG.
Next week. Oh boy.
Now we know what it means.
Now we know half of what it means.
Now we
Yeah,
know
half
what
of what
it
it means.
means.
Oh,
Still a lot of
boy.
things don't know. Like, who sent the
So
guards
it's-
to find Acosta? I still don't know, sia.
Your
At the
question was
time-
not who sent the guards to find Acosta, ma. You asked them whether they know about the Forgotten
Location,
Forest.
yeah.
Yeah, which they don't what.
They know they send guards to pursue him
No.
out of Moha.
How is that possible? Because they captured Hidden Stripe and Hidden Stripe told them.
No, but that Forgotten Forest came from Blind Lady.
No, it
Not
came from
Hidden
Hidden Stripe.
Did Hidden Stripe say he told them?
Yes, you told me that. I asked him, did you tell them everything? Then you said yes.
Oh, then I need to retcon that part.
Oh.
Sorry. I was referring to my notes. I think I didn't read properly.
So,
Oh,
we
so-
should retcon.
Hidden Stripe would not have told them everything. He wouldn't have told them where the guy went.
I see.
What a rebel.
Rebel,
Maybe he
Hidden
deserves to be in the
Stripe.
mines then. Going against his government like that.
Yeah.
No wonder you got arrested.
Yeah. Sorry. My
Oh,
bad.
okay. That makes sense. Alright.
That would make more sense. Huh?
Thanks.
So I was wondering. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
night.
that's why we were like stressed out about that point. It's like, but they know. Yeah.
They
Okay.
legit don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool, got it.
Bye bye.
Nice.
Alright, GG's.
See ya.